No, but listen to, did you hear the press conference of Seleke Kromah, the IG? He did say that this is a highly political case, did he not? So you don't take the partisans' word for it, you take the IG's word for it.
We elect on 85 irresponsible men what they happen to our country. We elect on 85 irresponsible men to govern this country, not to be very irresponsible.
Please place your left hand on the Bible being held by your wife, and you will kindly raise your right hand, sir, and repeat after me. All standing, please. I, Joseph Newman Boyka Sr.,
no secret now that your friend and former boss will be a candidate in 2029. With all of that you experience, all of that you know, and everything that you see unfolding in the country now, will you support him? Will you be part of the process? Will you give him the support? Do you think he can be a better president?
So why you want to bring political men in it or not?
Oh, but you political you're political man, before you go out, very active.
I plead the fifth again.
Okay. When 2029 come and pass, then you finally leave. Mission is completed. Now, what the rules of engagement? When the war ended, the guy said, the captain, the commander said, mission complete. There wounded out first. All men on board.
So, this riot situation when it comes to country, because many times you notice that
if Charles is the problem, he will be out of here in the twinkle of an eye. And I say, let well-meaning Liberians come home. If we respect this constitution, a government formed in Accra is a violation of Article 1 of the Constitution. Let them come home. Let that government be formed in Monrovia.
On the Boyka's administration, we want to give the government of Liberia an ultimatum of 72 hours to provide a living body of the chairman of the Student Unification Party, or else there will be a catastrophic pneumonia in the Republic of Liberia. To arrest the chairman of the Student Unification Party, only because the government feel intimidated about the Vanguard Party advocacies.
The government got capital road, small, road, B road, all kinds of place. I think the reason Joseph Baga will not do much because the old man, the papa is suffering. The papa loves the country, but he can't make it. The criminal there around him, they sophisticated than him. They are sophisticated criminals, so they can't make it.
No, but listen to, did you hear the press conference of Seleke Kromah, the IG? He did say that this is a highly political case, did he not? So you don't take the partisans' word for it, you take the IG's word for it.
We elect on 85 irresponsible men what they happen to our country. We elect on 85 irresponsible men to govern this country, not to be very irresponsible.
please place your left hand on the Bible being held by your wife, and you will kindly raise your right hand, sir, and repeat after me. All standing, please. I, Joseph Newman Boyka Sr.,
No secret now that your friend and former boss will be a candidate in 2029. with all of that you experience, all of that you know, and everything that you see unfolding in the country now, will you support him? Will you be part of the process? Will you give him the support? Do you think he can be a better president?
So why you want to bring political Ben in it now?
Oh, but you political you're political man, before you go out, very active.
I plead the fifth again.
Okay. When 2029 come and pass, then you finally leave. Mission is completed. Now, what the rules of engagement? When the war ended, the guy said, the captain, the commander said, mission complete. There wounded out first. All men on board.
So this riot situation when it comes to country, because many times you notice that
If Charles Taylor is the problem, he will be out of here in the twinkle of an eye. And I say, let well-meaning Liberians come home. If we respect this constitution, a government formed in Accra is a violation of Article 1 of the Constitution. Let them come home. Let that government be formed in Monrovia.
On the broadcast administration, we want to give the government of Liberia an ultimatum of 72 hours to provide a living body of the chairman of the Student Unification Party, or else there will be a catastrophic pneumonia in the Republic of Liberia. To arrest the chairman of the Student Unification Party, only because the government feel intimidated about the Vanguard Party advocacies.
The government got capital road, small, that road, B road, all kinds of the place. I think the reason Joseph Baga will not do much because the old man, the papa is suffering. The papa loves the country, but he can't make it. The criminal there around him, they sophisticated than him. They are sophisticated criminals, so they can't make it.
Welcome for those of you just joining on the Closing Argument official page. This is how I'd like to welcome you to this Tuesday edition of the Closing Argument show. Wherever you are watching us live from, if you are listening to us via radio, Truth FM 96.1, and also we will be joined by Kia Radio, where we have a lot of discussions to be talked about today. But we also have our guests, the team from the Diaspora Conference. They will be on also tonight at 5 o'clock USA time, and then Liberia time is at 10 o'clock. So for the 1 hour, we are going to discuss some trending national issues that are affecting Liberian people, and also that is also improving the life of the Liberian people. But this is how I'd like to welcome you all to this pleasant broadcast here on Truth 96.1 and the Closing Argument official page. So on yesterday, we had an issue with our official page where I was in the back working on it, and hopefully we are back on. For those of you who've been sending in some first messages and other chats asking what exactly happened to our page. So our page is officially open, is back on, where we are about to do our normal activities on tomorrow. And also tonight the show is also on this page. So I would like to appreciate every one of you who are following, who are watching, to also invite other friends, other family members, relatives, just come, just invite them, tell them, just come and listen to the Closing Argument show. This is where, nothing else but the truth. We dig the fact, we give you the actual stories, we give you behind the scenes, we give you the actual information, what is actually happening, both opposition, ruling, or whatever the case may be. We give you the actual information. We are not every time political or We are not into so many politics, but rather we are from both angles where we speak in line with the Liberian people. We speak on behalf of Liberian people and what are some of the things that are affecting them. So I would just like to appreciate every one of you for sharing. So Mr. Gayman will join me short there. He's trying to work on some stuff to join me. So hopefully by 9:30 to 10 o'clock Liberia time, Mr. Jerome Gayman will be on. But let's see whether we can dive into some of our discussion here. For those of you who've been following the Closing Argument show, we'll highly appreciate some of you to just keep sharing. And my name is Myean Torgbean. I'm your regular host and presenter of the Closing Argument show. So for those of you just coming on, you can just leave your name there and where you're following us live from, so we can recognize you. For our regular followers and viewers, you can just leave your name there. We also recognize you. So on this issue, over the past weeks, Liberians are concerned about what is exactly happening at the Capitol building. Where on today we also saw the Speaker of the House put out where this audio or leaked audio came out from the Capitol building. Where we also going to play this audio for our listeners and our viewers to hear this, because this is all about our country and this is an attack on the media. Because if the Speaker of the House coming out to say, never mind, let's get it set. The Speaker is a cool person with the media. Let's get this first. But coming out to throw out some threatening statements as some of the journalists who are assigned at the Capitol building, saying that if they recall a quarter or a session that is illegal, they are going to be arrested and put in jail. For what exactly? They are all reporters. If you saying such a thing, then it means that there's something going on wrong within the house. Because normally, whether indoor session or whether it's something that requires the public to know, they all call on the media. I was one or legislative reporter before going to the executive mansion. So whenever there's like a session that requires the public to know, they always call on the media. So why now is the Speaker saying that if the media carry on any story or record any activity that is now within land, they are going to arrest them and put them into jail. So we are not going to talk too much on this because the audio will say it all. Because if the Speaker of the House come out to make such a statement, we will see it to be an attack on the media, because a Speaker of the House cannot sit and then come out such an attack on the media. We all know Speaker Gbo to be a friendly person, a good person with the media, where everyone admire him. But coming out with such a statement, that means there's something fishy that is going on within the chamber. But let's hold on there, and then we play you this clip so that you can be able to hear what exactly happened before we dive into the current 2026 proposed national budget. Because there are a lot of issues that have been going on back and forth in that budget, where some of the ministries, government institutions, there have been so many back and forth. This other ministry will say this money allocated for our ministry is too low, so we cannot accept this. The other ministry will say no, this money you put there, we have over 200,000, over maybe probably a million, and then you come in to say you want to drop our money. This is not right. So they are also going to justify whatever money that is being put in the budget for them. But let's play this clip so that you can hear what exactly happened from the House of Representatives today. Let's listen to this.
For the press, this section is not legal yet. Any record for you with you. This section is not legal to get coro. We are not video recording talking. You're carrying me when you cry off. We put your machine. This section must be legal. But coro, they told together record and start talking. Not to get you. Don't believe it. For the press, this section is not legal yet. Any record for you with you. This section is not legal to get coro. We are not video recording talking. You're carrying me when you cry off. We put your machine. This section must be legal. But coro, they told together record and start talking. Not to get you. Don't believe it.
So you hear the speaker. So it's like at that moment, they were doing something within the chamber where he referred to as a joke. So it's the Liberian people sending you guys to the Capitol building to go joke there. That's the reason the Liberian people send you guys there. Because you cannot go at the Capitol building where you're in chamber doing the Liberian people work, then you're saying that if we are joking, you record anything here, we'll be able to put you in jail. So we have been seeing a lot of read out, a lot of statements from human rights activists, from permanent citizens on this particular statement. Even some of the Unity Party partisans have called on the speaker to they have condemned this statement from the speaker. And one of the persons who I also like to appreciate is Martin Cody. He's an activist. Call on the speaker to condemn the statement that was made that if end of the session that is not within a quorum, that is not called to order, if it is recorded or whatever means that the media will be able to take it, they are going to arrest them and put it into jail. And never mind, during the saga at the house there, where the former speaker, but then he was speaker of the house, and then the current speaker was also contesting to be the speaker during the fight. The current director of press has some issue with some of the journalists that were reporting stories from the former speaker, Kofa Black. Even up to now, he denies some of them access from the Capitol building. Some of them cannot cover legislative story, most especially within the House of Representatives. So we as Liberians, we cannot sit and then we all just create evil for each other. If you saying that if the media record you, there'll be a serious issue. Before, everyone knew that before at the court, they never used to allow people to go live in the court. But when Liberians started to see in other countries, started to see even before, they never used to allow people to go in the chamber to cover live there. But because they saw in some countries, they saw how the people country is developed. You can sit from anywhere and monitor the session, sit from anywhere and monitor the activities. So Liberians started to admire that, and then how they brought that into the system. So bringing this into the system is good, but you should not use that means to intimidate journalists. Because as some time will come, you'll say if these journalists were not on your side, were not reporting story on you, you'll not accept them to cover any activity within the Capitol building, which of course is wrong. We should not allow this, because the media promote, the media also help to destroy our country. If you see in other countries today, it is because of the media. And now if the media start to back and forth with some public figures, they will say that the press union or whatever institution is going too personal, is going because of political reason. But some of the things that the politicians say against the media At times, if you listen to it, you'll feel bad. But we just have to do the job. If you don't do the work, you face so many challenges. There are some stories when you see in the media, they are important for the public. It is important to raise the stories. But if you go to air some of these stories, like they will tell you, no news worth dying for. You now look at a story where someone tells you that, oh, if you report this story, if you do this, I'll kill you, I'll do something else to you. And then you look at that person saying it, and you want to raise your life for what exactly? So people will say you are not the first person, or you are not the only journalist to come and raise such an issue. Most especially about Liberia, after 1, 2 days, 3 days, if something happens, Liberia will talk about it 2, 3 days. It's okay. After that, maybe probably if it is a serious issue, it will go up to a week. After that, that story is down. Liberia will just downplay that whole entire story. You'll not hear anything. Even some of the media, like, I will not call some government officials' name. They are not going to the reporters, but rather they are going to editors. They are going to the executive, because they see that the reporters are not valued. They don't value the reporter, because even if the reporter goes on the field and gets a story, who they report to the editors or to the executive. So after that politician or that government official have already bribed that executive or that editor, you think that story will be able to air, or that story will be able to go? It won't. So it's because of our country. So if we see such a thing coming on the media, we should not sit and overlook these things, because it starts small, and then before you know, it starts to go up gradually. And this is our country. We all, as Liberians, we have the freedom of speech to speak. So if a Speaker of the House wants to intimidate the reporters or journalists who are assigned there, I think it should be a warning to some of them. I'm not assigned there no longer. I'm assigned the executive mansion anyway. So some of my colleagues and I were talking in the back. So I was telling some of them, you cannot sit and allow that the speaker just say a statement and then just kept mute, saying that, oh, it's just a male talk. No. We saw some of these things during the saga at the house there, when the former speaker and then the current speaker was in the fight. We saw what went on between media practitioners. So let's see what we can dive into its national budget, the 2026 debt national budget, the proposed national budget. There are a lot of things, like I said, going on there. So you won't hear all, because if you just take your time, you go through the budget, you know that there are so many games that is going on. So there are some agencies, there are some institutions. There are so many problems in between. So if you look at it, if you go through the budget, you see there are some places were not mentioned. There are some places they did not put any budget there. But if you look, you'll see some of them they will receive. On what basis, we don't know. So institutions that names were there, they put that among there. If time reaches to receive, they will not receive that cash that were put in the budget. So as a result of this, corruption begins to grow high in our country. So you just, if you group of people just sit somewhere and start to enjoy the country money. Government go, government come, they are still the same. Like we say, old wines in new bottle. So if this government coming in, you play your part, you don't, another government comes in, they play their part, and then another one comes in just like that. So people will say they will consider Liberia as an elephant meat, which of course is wrong. This is our country. We cannot sit and then see other countries is developed. We cannot sit and see our lawmakers. We cannot sit and see some of our government officials leaving from Liberia, going to other countries for medical attention because they don't want to put amount that can be able to address the issue of health in our country. If majority of the members in the House of Representatives, if they can just sit together, the way they can be able to be in the House, they're fighting on leadership positions, fighting on chair, on social committees, chair on this, chair on that. If they can sit together and say, yes, this year budget, we are going to push for health, education to be one of the key or the major priority in this budget that will carry the highest. But sometimes you go check the budget, things that are not necessary. If you ask some of them, they will say, if he sees some of the issues out there that people are raising, it's not what going on. You have to do some deeper investigation to know what exactly going on. You cannot sit outside there and then just hear Liberian people are complaining about this, complaining about that. You cannot be able to address some of these issues, or rather, they will just sit and say that yes, this is what we decided to put into the budget for social things. This is what, and what really hurt me a lot is if you say you don't want to put money in health, some of you let all of us sit in this country. When you sit, let's sit here and go to some of these local institutions or medical facilities like JFK. We have Redemption. We have a lot of medical facilities in our country. We have Jackson Fiado. We have all the 14 military hospitals. They are all here. Why can't you visit some of them? But rather, when your child or your children sick, just flew away. While the people are still here suffering. To even get food to eat is difficult. We don't want to come to the food side before politicians start to say only food Liberian people want. That's not what the Liberian people need. Before, you should see Liberians at the door more of politicians. You should see some of our less fortunate brothers sitting before lawmaker doors, begging them for money. Nowadays, you don't see it like before because Liberians are getting to know who they are. Well, if you just sit and give them just a change or pocket change, that will not sustain them. We have a lot of issues that need to be discussed in our country. We have a lot of issues that needs to be resolved. Well, if you're saying you have a problem within your country, everyone will be able to put out the problem. But what's the solution? What's the solution? That's the question. Because we're saying that Liberia, we lack of leadership within our country, we lack of this. Like I would say, our leaders are the problem of this country. I said this to say, let's take for instance, if the president of the Republic of Liberia come out to say every Friday within our country, I will leave from here, from Monrovia, to go to my farm in Bomi. Get it right, yo. If President Bwaka come out to say, I will leave from my farm every Friday to go, from Monrovia to go to my farm every Friday in Bomi, guess what? All of the ministers, all of the government officials will follow that same footstep. Every Friday, you see them going on our farm. So we have to find solutions to some of these problems. The leaders are the one who created some of these problems. We don't know. We cannot sit and just land up so many problems within our country. We cannot sit and land up some of these problems, and we cannot be able to find solutions to them. My suggestion here today, the leaders are the problem. If you go to the higher position in our country, I would say that the president in every administration, whether the past regime, the current regime, the president is the problem. Well, whatever that president says, all government officials, all the entire citizens, they will follow. So we cannot sit and just conclude. We look in our country, we're giving our country out to investors. It is good that we give our country out to investors. But we cannot sit and tell the investor within our faces or within our face to tell them that, oh, we have an area here where we need you to invest in. We have our road here. And with this road project, we're not going to give you all of these road projects. Because another day, if any government comes in, they will just give the entire road project to a company. And guess what? They will take up to 5, 6, more than 6 years to construct these roads, and they will not complete it. Where we have Liberians, we have Liberian company, even though we will say they are not qualified up to that standard, but at least give them the opportunity, give them the chance, so that Liberians can be able to get something to do. This is our country. Like one of the statements that was made by the president I admire most, he said it. We cannot sit and just give our roads to foreign investors to tell them we gave you the contract for 6 years, go and complete this road from the Rafi Highway to Monrovia, and then you have taken over to 3 years. This road cannot be completed. Government goes, government come. This road project, you do the road after 3 months. When I make it 4 or 5, when you go low, rainy season, and you will wait until that rainy season finish. When we get in dry season, when you call your guys back to start doing 1 or 2 work, when you go low, getting another rainy season again. There are a lot of issues that Liberians are getting to know about. All Liberians have known about, but they don't have the opportunity. They don't have the space, or they don't have the ideas to find solutions to some of these problems. But this is our country. If we cannot find solutions to some of these problems, I don't think it will be necessary for our country. Because our leaders are the ones who creating some of these problems for us. Now you will see some of these government officials will just sit somewhere take what they want to take, and then they don't have time for what will affect the people, what will affect the common people. Whether the money they are taking, whether the people who they're taking the money from, they are going to do a proper work or proper job. They don't care. They will just take the money and just put few Liberians behind them. Say, oh my man, you're going to spend that minute, or you're going to be behind that minute. And Liberians that you are sending there, they will be very skeptical because their bosses were the one who sent them. So they will not be able to mark or unmark that company on some of the bad things that they are going to do, to speak out some of the bad issues that are going to be going on there. Because nowadays to get job is very, very hard. So you get a job where you're getting 150 or 200 on it, where your family, your relative, yourself, you have other issues on that job, like the uniform. Do you think you'll be able to raise your job just because of a company where you were sent to go man, or certain community within that area where there's a piece of job supposed to be done? You think you'll sit and just allow your job will be at risk? You won't. Because the first thing that comes to your mind is, am I the first person that is going to fight for these people? I'm not the first person. And if I'm the first person, what becomes of it? Will these issues become fruitful? Will the Liberian people know what exactly going on? Will I be able to get some support from the people? There are a lot of issues that is going on within our country, but we need to have some solutions to these problems. In every, I'm not saying only our country, but in every country, if you carry on some technical research, you know that in every country, some of these things that help develop a country, you find the energy, you find the issue of oil, you find the issue of wood. So let's come to energy. You look at our sister countries like Ghana, where in every year, in a particular era, Ghana raised highest amount of money for energy supply to develop a country. If you go and check, do your research and see and compare Liberia energy to Ghana, we still taking current from rare Africans. Like others will be comparing the jungle water. Like I was sitting with some of my senior colleagues, and they were asking, they were like arguing. Others were saying that jungle water is supplying their own current. They're producing their own current, and then the other said that no, jungle water is taking current from Africans also supplying. So how will Liberians be able to know what exactly going on when there's no update? When the government of Liberia, they don't want to share information with the Liberian people, but rather certain group of people will just sit and just do what they want to do. We see some of our senators, our government officials, they are posting on the social media that dry season, rainy season, we still get current. It's true that we have current, but what is the Liberian people benefiting? Why is the Liberian people benefiting from energy supply in our country? You paying for current? Yeah, we're using it. We're paying for it. We know. But what is the national national budget? What's the actual amount for energy supply in our country? Can we go to Mohajo to supply our own current? You can take some of these investors from other countries, bring them into our country, tell them, we have our own hydro plan. We want you to develop it so that we can be able to get current from our area to be able to supply our country. But now what the CDC-led administration were doing, buying current from Africa, that's the same thing we are still seeing up to now. We are still buying current. Why would we be spending money out there to another country? Why can't you bring in some investors? If the Liberian people come out, you say Liberian people, they just need bread and butter issue. You just mention about food. But that's all politicians think about. For the Liberian people, they just think that the Liberian people just want food. That's not what the Liberian people need. The people need better job. They need good health facilities. We have some of these good institutions, health facility within our country, like GFK. We have GFD Interpreter. We have the 14 Military Hospital. We have the Embry Hospital also. We have we have a lot of hospitals in our country. But for our government to be able to put money in the budget for them to buy equipment, to be able to pay civil servant, they cannot do it. Well, so you look at a minister who just get, I would say just because, like, we have a lot of Liberians. We have a lot of Liberians who are qualified for some of these jobs. Some of them have a master's degree. Some of them have a bachelor's degree. Whether minister, deputy, assistant. Some of them taking up to 5,000 per month. 5,000 is just maybe probably like a deputy minister who is taking that amount. In some government institutions, 5,000 is just maybe probably a deputy or an assistant minister taking that amount. Just a single person in the government responsible for your car. Government is responsible for your driver, your cook, your security. Whatever thing you do, government is responsible for it. And you're taking that amount. Some of them will just go in the offices just to sit there that whole day to see the minister in office. To even go out there to lobby is very, very difficult for them. Some of them will go on some family time, lie to the Liberian people that we're going for conference. Lying to the Liberian people that we're going for social meeting. That's why Liberian people will say every time bilateral relationship, bilateral tie. Is this what Liberian people are going to benefit? We have to be serious in this country. If the politicians cannot be serious, Liberians have to come out to make them serious. And I can tell you for free, we have the second year going to end. We're getting to the third year of this government. If 2026 come to an end, Liberian people start to be discussing politics around here. Some of these intellectual forum, the Jalo shops, and all the places you start to hear politics around. It's still soon. That's why you're not hearing it. But I can tell you for free, 2029, the Liberian people, they are going to remove a lot of lawmakers in the house. A lot of them, they are going to be removed. And 2029 will be a desperate game. 2029, Liberian people, they are going to come out to speak. We cannot sit and keep seeing one government to another keep doing the same thing. If you talk, they will go against you. If you talk, they'll go after you. But let the Liberian people know that these are the issues that are going on. Nowadays, you see some lawmakers, if they want power, I'm stressing on the lawmakers because they are the ones who make the law. They are the ones who pass the law. They are the ones who sit there. Whatever the executive says, they are the ones who decide. Because if the president wants to pass 1 or 2 bills, they have to pass through the legislature. They have to decide on it. So if they can sit there and allow bad things to come in, so that it be. Because some of them, since they were elected, to even go to the people, to talk to the people, is very difficult for them. Like before, some of them used to go and sit with you, eat with you, play games with you. But nowadays, to see them, they will tell you, we busy. We busy. Some of them don't even pick up calls. But this is Liberia. We love people, love our citizens. We love each other. So there are some issues. There are some issues that people are not going to discuss. So let me see whether we can get someone. One of our reporters always within the Southeast. He wants to provide some update. Let me see what I can bring him on. But until then, we'll be discussing until we bring Joseph Sile on. So let me see. 9 minutes up to 10 o'clock, like I said earlier. At 10 o'clock, we'll be bringing on the diaspora team. But until we bring Joseph on, let me announce the number so I can just conclude quickly. Let's take a few calls. Let's take a few calls before we bring on the diaspora team. So if you want to make your contribution, 077764996. 077764996. 077764996. For our WhatsApp lines, +231 777 649986. Let me see where we have someone on the line here. 077 649986. So I'm trying to see where I can connect Joseph to give us some update from the Southeast, how the road conditions like from that end, and other issues that are affecting the people from there. I've been there for the past week now, providing some updates from that end. So let me just conclude quickly before we bring on the other team there, Mr. Jerome Gayman and the other folks. So Joseph is on. Let me see what I can bring him on quickly. So like I was saying, there are a lot of issues that Liberians are yearning for, but there's no way that we can get the problem solved. There's no way that some of these problems can be solved. Let me see where I can bring Joseph. Joseph, are you getting me?
Are you doing mine?
I'm doing great. How yourself?
I'm okay, cool. Even from my end, I'm here in Maryland, Harper, to be more precise.
How's Maryland County?
Maryland is okay. One thing here in Maryland, The flow here when it comes to politics is emotionally charged here. You have different, you get different sizes of the political eye, how people see things, and how people understand how the government is working. So, but the people of Maryland, they are calm when it comes to peace and stability in this other part of the country. Everything is okay here.
Okay, so how is the road condition?
Well, the road condition, it depends where you're passing from. It depends where you're passing from, because if you pass through Sando and you want to take the road from Sando to enter Grand Crew before entering to Maryland, come on, you're going to spend a month on the road. But when you pass through Nima, pass through Zwedju to come to Maryland, yes, like just few part of the road along the this gradual corridor, you will experience some of these bad road. But when you enter when you enter Grand Crew, heading to Southtown to where the former president hail from, the former speaker and now the national representative J. Fonati Kofa Abochie, former pro 10. When you head to Southtown, Myean, the road to Southtown is very, very much bad.
Okay. So we have roughly about 5 minutes up to 10 o'clock where we have our guests from the diaspora. They will be on discussing the diaspora conference here. So Dr. Peabody is also in the back, and we'll have our guest. So when he comes on, we'll just give him the floor. But you can just provide some of the updates from your end.
Yeah. So in another development, you have schools of citizen, because for me, I visited almost 4 to 5 counties. I started from Buchanan. I went to Riverses, entered Sando, entered River G, Grand Crew, and Maryland. All of these counties, people continue to put emphasis on the issue of roads, because when you have roads, the issue of farm to market, gonna have an easy access. Motorcyclists, taxi drivers, and people who evolve into commercial activities, continue to express that they are on a dissatisfaction when it comes to the issue of this road. And one of the major things that this government campaign on, President Barker, his campaign message was the issue of roads, and roads. And many people, are still left in doubt, because when you enter Riverses, there's a place called the Sand Beach community. It's a town, and that town is called City in the Forest. And that place is a gold mine, it's a gold mining site. The road leading to that place is in a deplorable condition. Imagine, man, you have excavator into these places that are doing gold mining, yet it's still the people are still suffering when it comes to the roads. You enter Grand Crew the same way. You enter Grand Crew. I visited some of these mine sites. It's just like our page had a serious problem today, because I wanted to do a live interview from there. When you enter into some of these places, you have excavator into these places, yet it's still the people road is still in a deplorable condition. Imagine that, man. Yeah, so people are saying that about this government promises, right? It's not just the straight road where you have the road from Maryland to Grand everything. No, because you must have some the issue of a farm to market road. People continue to make emphasis on it, which is very, very much important. Because if you enter in Sando, taking the back path from Sando to enter to Grand Crew, brother, you're gonna spend a month on that road. You have a lot of trucks, a lot of commercial vehicles that are stuck in that corridor. Yet it's still, I can remember the minister of the minister of public works, before the inauguration of President Barker, said that they're going to use 22 million on some of these corridors. Yes, but these places are not pliable for the people. What are they doing? People still trying to raise concerns. Some of these lawmakers in these counties, people still trying to make concern. But on the overall, people also have a problem on the entire economic system of our country. People still believe, especially in the rural part of Liberia, people still believe that the issue of unemployment, the issue of goods and services, the government is not doing much in addressing and tackling some of these issues.
Okay, yeah. So Joseph, thank you ever so much. I think that Peabody is already on. We will bring him on just to take over. That you can just take over. We have our green flag also. Mr. Johnny, you can just mute yourself.
Good to see everybody. Mr. Gayman is on his way. He will be here shortly, and he's going to come back and moderate. Good to see everybody. While the team from the Liberia Diaspora Committee comes on, we're going to bring them on shortly. But Mr. Gayman is not here. He is. He will be coming in shortly, maybe in the next few minutes. Take over when he comes. But we'd like to welcome everybody to the closing argument on this Tuesday's edition. Johnny, good to see you in Liberia. Welcome everybody. We're going to be bringing in 5 people from the Liberian Diaspora Conference that's going to be coming on here. And as soon as we get set, we're going to bring everybody in. Mine will bring everybody in. We're looking forward to a very fascinating conversation here tonight. And they're going to come up here and talk about the Diaspora Conference and what they have achieved so far. They had a very successful conference in Washington, D.C. sometime this year. Very successful. We had the opportunity to attend. But we'll be bringing in on shortly as soon as we're waiting. Mr. Gayman should join. He's our chief moderator. As soon as he comes in, we will start. But good to see everybody. Myean, that video, good to see. Could you play that video as well? You got it lined up, Myean? Myean, can you hear me? Man, look like he's stuck. I look like he's gone. But guys, if you're just coming in, share this show. Our page was down yesterday. We were using our second Facebook page, but we are back up. So we're looking forward to a fascinating show today and to hear about all the happening. I know Miss Jackie is in the back. Okay, the station is actually switching power. The radio station is switching power. So as soon as they get back on. So if you're watching, we will be on Truth FM, Care FM. I know they had some technical problem. They'll be coming on. But pretty soon, guys, I know most of the folks are in the back. We're going to be bringing in on shortly. Once Myean come back. Shelly, you okay? Mr. Gayman is in the back. Let's make sure we get him on. Our chief moderator himself is back intact. He's back here. I'm like, Gayman not going to leave me here. He already not spoiled me, and he's Gayman our chief moderator. But the guys at the station is switching power. So guys, if you're in the back, just bear with us. The radio station switching power, and then they will start. But Sally, good to see you. I haven't met you before. But
yeah, thank you.
You have been going around the counties and talking about the roads and roads and roads. Yeah, it has been a problem with roads in our country. Johnny's back. So, guys, welcome. Mr. Gayman, it's over. It's over to you. I'll take over. Mr. Gayman is back. You take over. The guests in the back, but we're just waiting for Myean to the switching power. So, as soon as the switch power, we'll let you. But Mr. Gayman, take over. The team is already in the back.
Good. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Peabody, thank you very much. Johnny, welcome. Mr. Selly, thank you. You know, school just closed over here. I had to go drive to pick up the twin girls, brought them home for the Thanksgiving holiday. And I-95 in Florida is jam-packed. Everybody is coming down this way. So we are glad to have you guys here. Please, if you have not, please share this show. Tell a friend that we are back on. We are here to discuss the issue, though. No joke. Like we say here, usually, if you don't want to be talked about, don't be in the news. Once you are in the news, whether they're pulling you by your pants or your sock, we will talk about it. But we got some great guests here today that will be here to talk about issues, and we all can chime in. Johnny, I know the holiday here doesn't affect you, but from us here, we say happy Thanksgiving to you. We got all reasons to be thankful on this end.
Sorry, man. I'm in Buchanan and I just lost power in where I am. Hopefully, it will come back on in the next few minutes. But it's nice being on the show. No matter the rain or sun or darkness, we're always around to make our contribution to this show. And let me welcome all our viewers and guests, our listeners. They have the show. Actually, they are the owners of this show. Without them, we cannot be here. So thank you, Mr. Gayman. Thank you, Peabody, for getting the show started.
Johnny, you're trying to make me look bad. Just few weeks ago, Abu was on this show. He said, we have power all over the country. Grand Bassa got power. Everybody got power. So we picked up the phone and called Buchanan, and there was no power. Now here you are right here. Where is Abu?
Johnny, you sound very bad. But again, the team is in the back. I don't know whether Myean is set up, but I think they've been there for a minute. I think we should just try to bring them on. We're trying to get him to play.
Bring them
we're
on.
Trying to get him to play a video before they come on, and I'm waiting to get him. But they are in the back. Let's bring them on.
Let's bring them on. We will play the video later on.
We can play the video later. All right. Let me get them on. So get everybody on.
We got all the beautiful ladies here. Where's the gentleman? Okay, at least you got one man there. Thank you. Jeez. Peter Pay, it's not that you're ugly. You're just a man.
I know that, Jerome. I was born beautiful.
Jackie, I have not seen you for a long. Where's Jackie? Is she here?
No, Jackie is not on. Jackie is watching this show and sending me all the messages back to back. She's watching the show. So
great. I know we interacted with Dr. Kula when she was pulling off that big thing, and it so happens that she was very successful at doing that. Dr. Kula, welcome. You are muted.
Sorry, how are you?
Very well, thank you. The last time you and I spoke, you were in the midst of arranging with Egypt Air to take Liberians to Liberia, and the event went very well. I want to thank you for your work.
Thank you.
And your continuous efforts. Can you introduce your partners here before I start?
Okay, I will probably let them introduce themselves, but tonight we have with us my co-chair, Tiana Kessley. We also have our chair for the communications committee, Ms. Borda Ure. So if you guys can just introduce yourselves and tell us something about yourselves, that'd be great.
Okay. Hi, I'm Tiana Sherman Kessley. I am between the U.S. in New Jersey and Liberia. I'm currently in Liberia, just back from Lofa, and I am excited about the diaspora return and making sure that people in this December are able to both socially and economically impact Liberia, right? So that's my spiel for the moment.
Tell me briefly, which high school did you go to in Liberia?
I did not go to high school in Liberia. I'm a J.J. Roberts girl, though, right?
J.J. Roberts, there you go. If you are from J.J. Roberts, you got a rep over here. J.J. Roberts all the way. Let's go to Rhoda. Let's go to you, Rhoda. Where did you go to school, and say a little thing about yourself?
Hello, my name is Rhoda Philomena Yuri, and I am the owner of Philomena.com, a vlog that I started when I moved back to Liberia in 2017. I did not go to high school in Liberia. I left in 1990 during the war, so I went to school in Michigan. So yeah, I am just excited to be a part of the diaspora.
Not even one school in Liberia? Not even elementary
Well, if I went to school, I was 4 when I left, so I don't remember.
Okay.
Maybe some kind of
ladies and gentlemen, that's pre-K. She left Liberia.
That's pre-K, yes.
Pre-K, that's good. Yasa.
Uh-oh.
Okay, she's muted.
Good evening from my end. How are you? My name is Yasa Enlavla. I am a nurse from Liberia, and I'm between Liberia and the US. But currently I serve on the Health Sector Investment Forum Committee. So for now, that's who I am. Thank you.
Where did you go to high school? Or elementary school?
I started elementary in Liberia. I attended Lutheran, but then I switched to Ghana and I completed high school in Ghana.
Lutheran, put your hands up. You got to rep here.
I don't know if I have someone there.
Mr. Pay.
Thank you, Jerome. Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Yakasa Peter Pay. I am a proud product of the Firestone school system. Went to high school at St. Patrick's. I'm a proud Saints. Go Saints. Once a Saint, always a Saint. I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a public health professional, and I serve along with Yasa on the Health Investment Forum as part of the Diaspora Annual Return Planning Committee. And we're excited to talk about the health and well-being of our people. It is our contention that a healthy population is the bedrock and the solid bedrock for economic development. And so we want to really promote health and say, this is where we plant our cornerstone if we will become a developed nation. Thank you. Good to be here.
Thank you very much. Let me welcome Honorable Victor Nami. He's a cardinal from Tomalin High School. He's very proud.
Yes, where the brave go and die, only the strong survive. William V. Tomalin High School and trust you, but it's good to have you on. Thanks for coming.
You know, usually when folks go to Liberia or other places, they carry their degrees and post them, but they forget the foundation, the people that made them who they are. If you didn't have a solid foundation in elementary or high school, when we are talking about, when we are boasting, just go look at the different schools in Liberia when they're having their reunion. Tomalin High School and CWA and St. Teresa's Convent. We got more pride in our high school than our, you don't even know which college these people graduate. But when it says the Cardinals are showing up, they come out in draw. When it says St. Peter's are coming here or St. Pat's are coming out, they come out in draw. Dr. Peabody, welcome to the show.
Good to see you. Good to see everybody. I know some faces here. I know Yasa, and I know Mr. Peter Pay. You come a long way, my royal ambassador brother, and Dr. Kua, and a couple of you that I met the other time. But it's good to have you here on the Closing Acumen, and welcome.
Thank you.
Well, they said if your closing argument is Liberia and everybody else operates within it. So we are the top. You can come from anywhere. We own Liberia. Liberia is us. So if you own another platform, you are only operating within our orbits. Honorable Kula, this is your day to shine. You guys did an excellent job last year, and this event that just took place was a hit. I mean, it was beautiful. And I wanted to take off my hat. Let me put my hat on first before I take it off. Let me take off my hat to Dr. Dunn. They did an excellent job.
Yes, he did.
For next year.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about the diaspora. What is it? What's brewing? What you got on your sleeves?
Okay, so right now we're here. I know Royda just, I think we lost her, but she'll be back on. You know, Royda and Tiana are in Liberia. I'm not sure if they'll be able to stay for the duration of the show, but we'll get into the conversation and see where it leads us. So right now, the Diaspora Annual Return, this is the second annual. Last year, we were testing the waters. This year, we're going full force into everything. And we are using this platform to really talk about the event, which, you know, we're here to encourage our people to come home in December. Diaspora Annual Return is for our people to return home. We are looking at, reigniting what we had with one another. It is not that, hey, I live in America, you live in Europe, you live here, you live there, or you live on ground. At the end of the day, we're all one Liberia, we're one people, right? So we're here today to just talk about the event, go over a few things, talk about the activities, the reasons why we're doing this, all that good stuff. So that's our aim for today. So Tiana, if you can tell us a little bit about the Diaspora Annual Return, that would be great.
So as Dr. Kula just said, first of all, they normally would say the Decemberies are coming, right? Everybody starts preparing, people might catch their flight, they're excited, they're amped up. But this year, like last year, we're looking to make sure that we're creating an itinerary for people so that they truly experience Liberia, not just what your friends tell you to do, but we're putting together a full itinerary for folks to be able to visit local businesses, right? So this is an opportunity, like I said earlier, for Liberians from abroad, whether it's the US, we always say the US, but it's not just the US, it's the US, whether you're coming from China, you're coming from Australia, you're coming from Canada, wherever you're coming from, for them to be able to have a targeted itinerary for the month of December. We have events like the Heritage Award coming up. We're planning that right now, where we're going to honor Liberians in the diaspora and local Liberians. You should be able to, the website just went out with the jot form where you're going to be able to nominate people who you think have been making a significant impact in the community. So we have that. We have the Christmas cantata coming up. That's a time for us to celebrate Christmas, but it's also open to all religious groups. But we're also going to utilize it as a chance to give back to the kids. There are tons of orphanages in Liberia where when you go, your heart would break. This Christmas, this December, we want to make sure that they appreciate and feel the energy of the diaspora. And even though we're saying the diaspora, this is not just for the people who are traveling and coming to Liberia. We want to make sure this year that those who are living here are also participating. So there are those events, and then there are additional events that we're filling out the calendar with for the month of December. In fact, there's a scavenger hunt. There's just a whole bunch of things that people are going to be doing. So we want to make sure we are having a social and economic impact this December so that we can continue to build the momentum. If we pay attention to what happens in Ghana, Nigeria, Israel, right? All these different places, their diaspora has major impact in the countries. We have a small population, but our diaspora is huge. And we want to make sure we monetize that and we take our country forward because, this is all of us. This is our Liberia. We're one people, one future. So.
If Warda can come in for a second, because I know she can't stay too long. Would you mind if Warda just chime in for a few minutes?
Minute. It looks like you girls are ready for this thing.
We ready.
You make me want to go. I'm ready for this. It sounds too good. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, so I was just saying, if Warda, as our communications person, can also chime in. I know she cannot stay too long because it's a little late in Liberia. So Warda, can you just tell us anything exciting about how you're promoting, where you're putting all the information? Where can we go to learn more about the Diaspora Annual Return? Can you just give us a little bit about that? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Internet issues.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead. We can hear you.
She must be having a delay.
I'm not sure if you all can hear me. I keep freezing up and I can't hear what you're saying.
We can hear you.
So,
yeah, we can hear you.
Dr. Kula, can you repeat that?
Yes. No, I was saying, I know you can't stay too long, so you can go ahead and chime and just tell us a little bit about your communications plan, what we're doing to promote the event, and where people can get information. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Internet issues, yeah.
So I will chime in and say that you should go to the diasporareturn.com. is where you can find the information, where you have the itinerary, where if you have something that you're planning, a business you want to promote, your sister got a business, your brother, whoever, this is where we have an open calendar free for folks to be able to promote their businesses and events that they may be planning for the month of December. So diasporareturn.com. And then Roida is also responsible for our social media platforms. And so she's been promoting on there as well. I was with her earlier today. She's super excited. She's very dedicated to, all of the plans. So.
Excellent. Let me go to the gentleman here. Then I'll go to Yasa later on. Okay, talk to us. What is it that I should look forward to? You are muted. You are muted. Well, while we work on your microphone, let's go back to Rhoda real quick because she's running out of time. Go ahead, ma'am.
Hello, so sorry for the connectivity issues. I did not hear Dr. Kula. What were you saying? What would you like me to speak on? Oh, her mic is off.
Yeah. No, just tell us a little bit about your communications plan and how you are promoting the event.
Okay, so thank you for having me on the show today. And thank you for Dr. Kula and Tiana for including us. As you pointed out, I'm a little bit younger than everyone, so I didn't have the luxury of. You said I didn't go to any school in Liberia. So I just had to say I left when I was 4. So maybe I went to some kind of kindergarten. I don't know, but they have done an awesome job of not only including younger people, but people on the ground, people who know the pulse of what's happening in Liberia. Although I'm young, I'm almost 40, I'll be 40 next year. So I have many years of experience in communications in the US, and I brought it back home. I started a show when I first moved back. But what we are trying to do is, show the rest of the world, the rest of the diaspora, how great this series of events are. On my channel, I try to promote positive things, only positive stories about Liberia, entrepreneurs, our tourist sites, businesses, and these are all of the things that we're encompassing in the Diaspora Annual Return. So you will already see we are working with the official pages of the Office of the Diaspora. We are using stars like Michael Blackson, who's lended their voice, Van Vicker, who's lended their voice to the Liberian cause and coming back to Liberia, enriching our country. I myself, some other young influencers. One thing that people can look forward to is us bringing in elements of the cultural aspect of Liberia. One thing you'll see, I won't give away any names, but at one of our major events, the Heritage Awards, we're going to be showcasing some of our really, really talented young artists in Liberia. That's something that's been near and dear to my heart since I moved here. One of my first episodes I did was going to the artist community. There's an art union here in Liberia. People don't know that. And this was when I moved back in 2017. One of the biggest challenges back then was for them to get art supplies, canvases, paints, paint brushes, how expensive it was, how to get it over here. And that has evolved. I've been here for 8 years now. So now we have a huge booming, up and coming sector of young creatives. So we're going to utilize that and showcase that, and also just getting the pulse of the ground of the people, not only the young people, everyone, because you may know things on that side or vice versa. And I think that the biggest thing is us all coming together. The popular artists in America, Liberian artists in America, and the popular musicians in Liberia. It's all about just everybody just coming together and celebrating this time together. And we've done other shows. One of the shows we did, somebody said, "What y'all coming here to do?" And my biggest thing with what I said to them is that shouldn't be our response, because I once was a Decembree. I was once a Decembree, and I was treated as such. And now I'm a veteran, and I get it. I get it. When you live here, you're annoyed because you have to carry people around. You've seen all these things. But I always say that we should just be gentle with our people that are visiting, and embrace them. So that's what our communications team is doing. And also for people who aren't able to make it this year, we really want to show in the best way possible what they can look forward to for next year.
Let me ask you real quick before I go to Dr. Kula, because your time may be interrupted.
Yes.
I live in Florida, where tourism is everything. Last year we have about 42 million visitors to Florida, but 90% of the visitors were domestic from the United States. So what are you doing to target the local people? Because your bread and butter will be the local people.
Interestingly enough, I'm on the board for LINTA, which is the Liberian National Tourism Association. And that is something that we've been working on a lot over the last few years. We were, you know, you would be surprised. There was a Monrovia Social Media Week. This happened right before COVID. And we had, I conducted a master's class. It was like young high school kids, college kids that were there. And we asked them how many people have been outside of Montserrado County. And there were not very many hands. So, you know, we have been pushing tourism through LINTA, through other smaller organizations, but there's been such a change in tourism since I've been here, right? When I first came, there were just a few lodges or eco lodges and hotels. Right now, I think the Liberian tourism is kind of working itself. One of the biggest things I've seen is the Nimba Eco Lodge. I don't know if any of you have seen it. That has actually surprised me because, you know, Labasa, it's the same owners. They have Labasa, which is in Marshall, but Nimba is not a short trip. It's not an easy trip to get to. Yeah, it's very, very long way, but it's a beautiful, beautiful drive, beautiful place once you get there. I've been there myself. But what I'm really seeing is now you see a lot of young Liberians who are there for the weekend. They're exploring. So I think that as the country gets better, as the infrastructure continues to improve, all of these things increase, you know, traffic domestically. But also what we're seeing is a lot of, and this is what I keep going back to the young people, content creators. We have a lot of young, when I first came in 2017, I was basically the only person who was doing the vlogging, but now there's so many young people who are venturing out. Your favorite Liberian boy, that's one of them. Travel with Blue, another young lady who she travels around this entire country on bike, you know? She's even gone to other countries, Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast. So I think tourism is becoming more of a thing because of communications. And that's why the communications committee is very important. And that's why we are trying to engage as many people as possible. And if we can't engage them in this moment, we will get them for next year.
Yep.
Thank you. Let me welcome Honorable Robert Garguah. And Mr. Seleke, I really dislike when you turn your camera off. Please don't do that. Welcome, Seleke.
Thank you, Mr. Gayman, and greetings to everybody. Good to be here.
Mr. Garguah, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great to be on.
When I saw all the beautiful ladies, I knew you guys were going to pop up. Look, they just start popping up. When I'm here by myself, they don't want to see this ugly face. They don't show up. But look at when these beautiful women came, everybody pop here. Dr. Peabody, your guest. Any question for either one of them? Then we'll go to Victor.
Yeah, I just gonna lay out there. Peter, can you hear me? Mr. Pay. We're not hearing you, Peter. You're muted.
Can he go out and come back in, maybe?
Yeah, maybe if we go out and come back in, that'll be.
Peter, go and come back so we can get you. So let's go to Yasa. Yasa,
okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you guys have about. Yasa is on the public health team. Am I right? Yasa?
Yes.
So how do you incorporate this into the year of return? How do you incorporate public health into the year of return?
Is she muted too, or she had the same problem?
Same. We can't hear you. Yasa?
We can hear you now, Yasa. Go ahead.
No, I'm not hearing her.
Oh, really? Yeah, we can't hear you.
Yasa, can you go out and come back in?
Yeah.
Yes, let's try that. So while she's gone, can I just tell you a little bit about the whole diaspora annual return, right? So this, of course, as you know, is a homecoming event that is going to be reconnecting Liberians in the diaspora with their homeland and connecting Liberia with the African diaspora. So this thing is twofold. We've got our Liberians who are coming home in December to reconnect with family, with friends. We also have African Americans and Caribbeans that will be joining us on this trip, and they are a part of the larger African diaspora that will be coming in December. You know, so we all coming maybe for different reasons. But the major thing would be we're going to celebrate culture, unity, and national development. It's gonna feature a lot of signature events, which Tiana went over a few of them, investment forums and nationwide cultural activities, which is why Yasa and Reverend Pei are here today, because there's going to be 2 investment forums. One of them is with NIC, and the other one is a health investment forum, which, you know, we had a huge success in DC under Dr. Dunn, who was leading us with the conference. So now we are pivoting to the Diaspora Annual Return. We want to continue that. So we're taking with us the health portion of that conference, and also a piece that was led by NIC, which Jackie is over both of these. And Peter Pei and Yasa are both going to speak to us about the conference. So they're both back. I guess we'll turn it over to them.
Great.
Thanks, Dr. Kula. Hopefully you can hear me now.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you. Hey, folks, it's really good to be here. The expression we've been using, Yasa and I and the rest of the folks on the Health Investment Forum, is that we are uber excited. One, that there is an opportunity spearheaded by not just the government, but the Liberian people, for brothers and sisters in all of the diaspora to come back home, and take ownership, help take ownership, how to move our country and our society forward. One of the ways we can most surely do that is to invest in healthcare, and invest not just in clinical healthcare, but also invest in population health, which most people will call public health. We need to do both, because they are 2 sides of the same coin. You cannot have one without the other. If you do clinical health but neglect public health, you will have a sick population. If you do public health well but neglect clinical health, then you also have, a large segment of people who cannot have the kind of sophisticated treatment that they need. And so how do we promote both of those aspects of the healthcare of the Liberian people? That's really what this Liberia Health Sector Investment Forum it's about. It is a signature event, and we're very thankful to Dr. Kula and Tiana for giving us this opportunity, because they do recognize that healthcare is paramount to the well-being and the development of Liberia. So what we are doing is, on December 22nd, we bring together investors, both local and foreign, because we need both. We're bringing together private sector actors. We're bringing clinicians. We're bringing public health people. And let me pause and just send out this clarion call to Liberians anywhere, everywhere outside the borders of Liberia. If you are engaged in public health, if you're engaged in clinical health, this is your event. We are saying, come home, come and be a part of it. We really need you. Liberia needs you. So if I'll take another second and talk about what will happen on that day, on December 22nd. The goal is to begin sometime 8 a.m. in the morning with breakfast. Jerome, if you're not there, sorry, but that cassava and gravy will be correct. We can mail it to Florida.
Once you have small feet there, the bathroom is going to be there.
There you go. I knew we could get you over, Jerome. So we will begin with breakfast. Peabody will have the cornbread. Okay, so we serve breakfast. Man. Yeah, and then we start our event. We are inviting very high-level people in our society, and people are really excited to come and join us. We are partnering very closely with the Ministry of Health, the minister and all the senior leadership, the directors at the Ministry of Health, all of the staff at the Ministry of Health. They are on board with this. So this is not an event that is being done in isolation. No, that is not our posture. Our posture, in fact, let me take a moment and talk about that, is to come with a sense of humility, right? It's to come with a sense of collaboration and say, Ministry of Health, we acknowledge the work that you've been doing on behalf of the Liberian people. By God's grace, a few of us have been able to go overseas and to learn some new things and to gather some new skills. How can we walk in partnership with you to enhance what you are already doing? We do not come as competitors. We come as partners. We come as collaborators. We do not come as people who know it all and who have all the answers. Quite on the contrary. In fact, we want to sit in front of our brothers and sisters who run the Ministry of Health every day and say, teach us something that we know. Because there are things that you do here differently than what we are accustomed to, say, in the United States of America. What can we learn from you so that together we can really invest in the health and well-being of the Liberian people? Again, that is the cornerstone of any development agenda and initiative, and we're so delighted that it is a signature event of this year's annual diaspora return. Let me see if there's a question or if Yasa wants to chime in.
Yeah, let Yasa chime in first, then we'll have the guys come with their different questions. And we are reading, obviously, the comments from the comment sections, and we'll pass them on. Yasa, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Peter said it all. What I just want to talk about is the theme for this event. Our team is investing in health and human capital, the foundation for Liberia's economic growth. And some of the events we will have that they will have different panel discussions. Some of our panel discussions will be public-private partnership. How can we use public-private partnership to improve the health sector? We'll also have discussions around maternal and child health, reproductive health on the overall. The ministry, as Peter said, will be talking to us. We have some great leaders from the Ministry of Health to be telling us what exactly is going on and what are some of the challenges and how the diaspora Liberians can actually contribute to that sector. So if you are a Liberian living in the diaspora or outside just the borders of Liberia and you are involved into public health, come on board. We will use that day to showcase Liberian businesses. We'll also use that day to just showcase some of the heroes we have in the diaspora and locally and showcase the work that they are doing. So come, let's talk. Come, let's find a way to support the health sector. We are hoping this event will be always like Frenchmen say what Tompie with the overall diaspora return every year. And so this will be like the inaugural event. So come on board, come, let's fix it. Guess what? We have Liberians who are very excited to sponsor this event. If you want to be a sponsor, come on board. We will be showcasing your work, showcasing the things you do, and hearing some of the success story of the great work Liberians are doing everywhere. So we are encouraging everybody. Don't sit by and say, "Oh, that's their thing." It's all of us thing. Once we come together and make this a success, it's all of us success. I'll stop there for questions and maybe comment.
Excellent. Let me go to Honorable Nagbe. Victor Nagbe, welcome to the show. Your guests.
Thank you very much. Again, it's good to have you all. And I like the last trend of the discussion. I was wondering what specific agenda items you have for the various sectors in terms of sensitization, that kind of thing. So now that you've spoken so extensively about health, is there anything on for education? That kind of thing, or are you taking it one return at a time?
So there are two investment forums. One is a health investment forum on the 22nd of December, which is what both Yasa and Peter are speaking about. And then the other one is with NIC, the National Investment Commission, which is on December the 17th. And at that forum, you have a plethora of different sectors that we'll be talking about, that will be speaking on the panel, both private sector and the government. You have agriculture, of course, you have some things with mining. So the health sector one is just something that's separate, but there is an overall forum that's going to be put on by NIC, and the LIB Fest is also combining, and in Canada, Trade and Investment Office, they're also combined on the 17th. Of December. So yes, there'll be other sectors that we will be discussing in the investment forum on the 17th.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Robert Garguah.
Thank you, Jerome. I was in the back following, and I'm actually enjoying the conversation. Dr. Kula, and the rest of the guys, thanks for everything that you do to continue to elevate. I don't want to say tourism. It's a tricky conversation for me, and because this is something that's close to my heart. And I'm hoping that I don't want to be negative, so I will stay positive. I'm hoping that whatever you guys are doing, I think it's great. But I think in my last conversation with a colleague of yours, I think we were having a conversation about how do we expand what you guys are doing nationally. I know that the Liberia Tourism Association has been doing some amazing work in the back. I also know that you specifically, have been doing a lot of work with the diaspora return. But this is 2025, and we are entering 2026. And every time I see and I have conversations with colleagues in Ghana, from the Ghana Tourism Authority and other countries, Kenya and other places, you see that the structure and the foundation that they've put in place have really used some serious results when it comes to economic impact, right? We were talking last time, 2024, Ghana made close to $3 billion in revenue in tourism, and they're massively competing with Jamaica and other countries in the Caribbean. So I think that we need to start having some serious conversations with all of the ideas that you guys have. I think you set the foundation. So my question now is, as we move forward, we had an amazing diaspora conference a few months ago. As we move forward, what is the plan? And I wish the other young lady was here, but I think she kind of left. What is the plan to have a sit down with the Liberian Tourism Authority? I think the president just recently appointed a general manager and a deputy general manager. What is the plan to really integrate some of these ideas into what they have going on? If you look on Google and you put in Liberia tourism, nothing pops up. It goes to Costa Rica, for instance. When you look up Ghana tourism, it takes you exactly to the Ghana Tourism Authority. What are some plans? What are some of the conversations that you guys are having now to say, listen, we will continue to focus on the diaspora, have these events in December, but how do we create a structure? How do we create a foundation that the government and in collaboration with the Liberian Tourism Authority can use as a foundational tool to really expand tourism? Because in all honesty, tourism cannot work itself, especially in a country like Liberia. We have rich history. We went through a long civil crisis, and these are things that we can use to encourage tourists to come in Liberia. So what are some of those conversations that you guys are having to really expand this beyond the December return and all this stuff?
Diana, you want to tackle that, or should I? If I could say one thing, because I want Tiana to come in, I want to say one thing. So I love when people bring up Ghana. Ghana and Liberia are two different countries, right? So you rightly said just now that it is just this year that they have separated and created this tourism authority. Ghana has had their tourism authority for many years. My mother's side is from Ghana. So we've been going to Ghana for years. My mother lived there. My sister, everybody has lived in Ghana. So when I used to visit them, they already had established that. And so what they looked at when they decided to bring, you just push the tourism, they looked at the African-American story, bringing them back to where they were taken 400 years prior, right? Our story is different. That should have been us. I can say that, because we are the actual return, the actual destination for African-Americans. You get what I'm saying? Based on our story and how our story unfolded. But like you rightly said, we were in civil crisis, many things had happened, and we're just now starting this tourism authority because at the point they were under MCAT and many things were happening. So I've spoken extensively with the young lady who is now over the tourism authority, and I'm going to Liberia next week, and we're going to have a series of conversations. She's already gotten her plans down, some things she wants to do that will mesh beautifully with what we're already doing. And the other difference is we right now are trying to get our diaspora to come home because Liberia's had this civil crisis for a while and it's not where Ghana was when they started their tourism. We feel like we should get our own people right now, right? Coming back home, doing all of this because we go to other people's countries as tourists. So we're inviting ourselves to come home and we can become the tourists, put money into our economy and build from there. Likewise, we have African Americans that also come because you know how I take African Americans to Liberia all the time. Many of them are coming this year, but even more are coming next year. We have plans to do things throughout next year, February, December. We don't have to just wait for December. There are incremental things that are happening. And since we started pushing our diaspora home, I'll be very honest with you, they may not have large companies that you can see like Ivanhoe or any of those big ones, but there are Liberians who have actually, since 2020 to now, I've seen many Liberians who have moved home, who have opened businesses, who are actually thriving. The businesses are doing well. So again, it goes back to where we are right now. Now that we have the authority, it's going to make it a little bit easier, right? For us to start having these conversations and being able to take what the diaspora is doing and then mesh it with what tourism is doing. So there are plans in the works for all of us to work together because, again, our theme this year is Our Liberia, One People. And that's exactly what we are. We are a mosaic. Lots of different groups of people from different places coming together. Just as our diaspora, we live in China, we live in America, we live in all these places, is coming together. So many years ago, people came from different places to create Liberia, not just the African Americans that came in 1822, not just the Caribbeans that came later on, but a lot of Liberians, when you really dig in their past, you'll find that, hey, they came from Sierra Leone, or they came from Congo, or their parents came from, you know what I'm saying? Then they all came together in this mosaic. Using that, working together as one people, I think we're going to get there. But the conversation has definitely been started, and I think we're off to a good start.
I just have a follow-up quickly, Jerome, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead. Then I go to Seleke.
And I you know, wear my manners, Tatiana, sympathy.
Yeah, that's Tatiana coming, please.
Yeah, no, I wanted to exercise my sympathies for your mother-in-law. I probably should have done that the first time I came around.
Thank you.
Yeah, deepest sympathies. But I'd like to know, you know, what is it that the diaspora annual return is doing to one mean to abandon, say, Jamaica and go to Liberia, or not go to Ghana and go to Liberia? What is it that you're doing that will help me and my children so that we don't go to Lagos or we don't go to Accra instead and go to Monrovia? You want to talk about that for a minute, please?
So was that directed to me specifically?
You have to cool out anyone.
Yeah, I would say what we're doing, let's first of all, we have to acknowledge where we are, right? As we're all Liberians on this call, right? We know our country and stuff. And so Mr. Pewee earlier talked about partnership. This is what is really taking place. We're not leaving it just to the government. The government has been very supportive, but we're not just leaving it to the government. All of these people that you see on the call, Reuter, Yasa, Mr. Pewee, Peter, we're all volunteering our time because we believe in Liberia and we believe in the future of Liberia. And we recognize that if we keep waiting for just the government alone, no matter what administration, to do things, it just may not get done as quickly as we would like to see it happen. We all see Ghana, we all see Lagos, we all see Jamaica, as you just said, and we all have traveled to all these different places. And we know that our country is just as rich. It has just as much to offer. Driving up to Lofa, as you just mentioned, my husband's mom's burial, we drove up to Lofa. The place is beautiful. It's beautiful. You go to Bassa, you go to Kipma, nobody can rival us. And I'm just saying it on just the natural beauty. Dr. Kula and we talked before, a group of us, there's the Cultural and Heritage Committee. We spent time talking about what makes us unique. We were saying that one of the things we want people to take away from this experience is we want Liberians to start walking away and easily being able to say why you should come to Liberia, just as you're saying why, right? We consider ourselves the lighters of the Pan-African flame. My people, we don't own that history the way we need to. I sent a thing in the Cultural and Heritage Committee chat today where what country was it today that was honoring Tolbert for the work that he's done? It wasn't Uganda. I'm trying to remember what country. Maybe
Angola or Mozambique.
Angola. I was trying to remember exactly. Y'all saw the article.
Angola, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right?
Angola.
I was like, we always talk about Liberia's role when it came to Pan-Africanism, and we talk about Ghana, we talk about South Africa. If you read Mandela's book, Long Walk to Freedom, he talks about how Talbot helped him. But when I saw Angola, I said, we did our one too. And you understand? So we were the lighters of the flame, and we don't own that. And then there's also the fact that our food, as Dr. Kula just said, people always talk about the American Liberians who came, or the people who came from Barbados or whatever. But people came from, the crew people came from Ghana. You got people who came from Sierra Leone. You got the people who came from Guinea. You got the people who came across from like East Africa. I remember when I first moved back, I read an article by Dr. Elwood Dunn. It was in the Daily Observer. And he just talked about how so many of the different tribes, the people moved over into Liberia to create what we have today, this beautiful group of people. And so we want to make sure that we start to celebrate our authenticity, right? Celebrate the food. It's unique, okay? We celebrate the fact that we have all these different cultures that come together, our different tribes. What's great about each one? So I think as we, as Liberians, start to own some of this stuff, we will be able to rival all the other places, and it will all start to come together. We're not perfect. We have work to do, but I feel like this is, an initiative. We're building a foundation that we can grow upon, and we hope to be able to continue to just see this expand. So,
and if I may, I'm sorry, if I may, just really briefly, and let me follow up what Mrs. Kessler just said, because it's in response to Councillor Nagbe. We said differently, we want to make Liberia attractive, right? So that it becomes the first choice of place to visit for all of us in the diaspora. Mm-hmm. And how do we make Liberia attractive? There are many ways. One of the ways we can ensure that Liberia is attractive is to ensure that the healthcare infrastructure, both clinical health and public health, are in place. So that those of us who come from the diaspora, especially people from America and Europe, who are used to a certain level of healthcare, we want to ensure that that same level of healthcare is in Liberia. That will give, I think, all of us on this call some level of confidence when we decide to take our children either for a visit or to stay. The same is true for education, and that is why on December 17th, as part of the investment summit, there will also be opportunities to talk about education, because this is important. And again, I'm no expert on tourism, and so I'm going to leave that to people who are better schooled and can articulate the tenets of that. But I'll say, for example, when you talk about Ghana, Rwanda, and how they've invested in the infrastructure and now facilitates their tourism industry, they talk about MICE, M-I-C-E, meetings, incentives, conventions, exhibitions. Those things don't happen overnight. The fact that we now have an authority in place means that that authority can now get together, develop a strategic plan, and then hopefully with the right level of investments, in 5 years, 10 years, we too will arrive. But in the interim, what can we do? We can invest in healthcare. We can invest in education. And that's why healthcare is a signature event on December 22nd. And if you're here, come. If you're listening to us, come, especially if you are in Liberia and you run a nonprofit, you are in civics, in civil society, and you are engaged in healthcare. We want to meet you. We want to feature you. In fact, we want to thank you. And if we go find some kind of lapabido and sit down there and eat to say thank you, come.
I just want to add that. Like Dr. Kula and I, as we've sat back and looked at this whole thing in terms of planning for the month of December and just thinking toward the future, we have invested in Liberia with business people here, right? Dr. Kula is an educator. She's in the education space. My background is in public health. I have a master's in public health. I have international development experience. I've worked in the government in Liberia. I've worked with the NIC, the Ministry of State, right? And so as we're looking at all of these things, we're thinking about investment. We realize the significance of that. We recognize the significance of education, the importance of healthcare, right? And so we're trying to make sure that we're incorporating all these different things that we know are important to ourselves, right? But also thinking of the larger community. Children, what's here for the children to do when they come? Trying to make sure we're putting together an itinerary. I was there grilling my young cousins who just moved here like 2-3 months ago. They're so excited. They love Liberia. They're having a great experience here, right? But grilling them. So what I can do? What are you excited about? We go to the beach. We go to this place. Like I told them, I said, you're going to help me make sure the itinerary is correct so that when the children come, who are coming with their parents to Liberia in December, they have a great time. Because, you know, this is we're building, we are saying, you know, our Liberia, one people, our Liberia, our future, but it's also legacy, right? We're all on this call. We have children, we have family members that we need to make sure that as we invest in Liberia, we're thinking about them for the future as well.
Thank you very much. Seleke.
Okay, yes, yeah, I've been talking. I'm going to ask a question, but Seleke.
Okay, so again, greetings, and Dr. Kula, I want to extend my greetings to you. So this afternoon, I think you guys have a chat room. So our chairman, I'm from Rwanda, and I'm the vice chairman for the Liberian community in Rwanda. So he's in your chat room, James Eka. So he sent me the flyer today that, you know, you guys were appearing here, so that, you know, well, initially I'm a panelist here, so I told you I was going to be here. So, you know, this is a great initiative. And as a leadership here too, we intend to send the chairman to represent us in that of the vice chair for international affairs. So they are going to be in Liberia for the conference in December. We're already working on it, and, you know, we'll try our best to get a ticket to go there and make a case for us, you know. And thanks for all you guys are doing. But, you know, here is the thing though. I've listened to the different speakers from the team. I think the conversation is kind of surrounding around health and all of that. But I have a concern because here we have a population of 4,000 plus students, you know, or Liberians. And 90% of this number, they are students that are studying here, just 10% into business. And even those that are into business, maybe they graduate and then they decide to get involved with different activities, not being assured that they can go back home to have a successful business environment. So my question would basically be for, you know, Liberian students that are coming out to go to school, you know, what this conference is going to be assuring, because I can tell you this, every year, especially in Rwanda here, you know, there are hundreds of Liberians that graduate, but out of the number of Liberians that graduate, you see very few that go back to Liberia. And the ones that go back, they're not going back because they want to go back. Maybe they don't have a sponsorship to engage into another opportunity, but they're not going back like they're going to compete to kind of give back to their country. So what is in this, you know, event or this upcoming diaspora return in Liberia that can show, you know, or is that going to be a platform given to the different leadership that will be coming from the different countries to go to make a strong case on behalf of their community, or the different countries that they'll be representing? Because, you know, I thought of that, but again, if you say you're going to do that at the conference, it's going to be a lot, because I'm very sure there are going to be a lot of Liberians coming from different places. But how do you intend to organize it so that everybody's voice can be heard through this conference? Thank you.
Well, I mean, of course, it's not a conference per se, because we did do the conference in DC. It is a diaspora annual return. And a part of that is the investment forum, if you want to call it investment conference, but, you know, we're looking at it as a forum. On the 22nd, like we said, we're dealing with health, specifically health. On the 17th is the one with the NIC. People will have their questions answered. They'll be able to talk to different players from the government as well as private sector to hear what's happening. And to be honest, going back to what you said about the students in Rwanda and different places who graduate don't want to come back to Liberia, this is one of the main reasons why we're doing this. Yes. What are the students coming back to? If we can get our people in the diaspora, let me tell you what my goal is for this. I've explained that to Tiana before. If we can get 50 Liberians to leave this diaspora, go to Liberia and open up businesses, right? Those businesses will not employ our young people. So when you have a John Doe or Seleke coming from Rwanda, He doesn't have to worry about getting a job in the government. Government is not everything, right? Government can do their part, but private sector will have to create those jobs for young people. But if we don't have anybody on ground opening up these businesses, how do they create jobs? Take me, for example, I'm in the education space. So I saw a need and I decided I was going to fill it. I was in my neighborhood. I had just moved to the area and I saw kids walking for miles. And I said, where are these kids going? They said to school. And I was like, well, there's no school in this area. So where are they walking to in this rain? They were actually walking to school. A school is very far. So I came and I said, well, I think we need to open up a school. Begged my husband over here, cleared the accounts, go home. We built this school. We put kids in it. Guess what? We're now servicing 150 something students that would never have had an opportunity to continue their education in the community. They would have to keep walking, further and further out every day in the rain. And guess what? We employ about 14 people. So you got 14 teachers who now would not have had a job, but now they do. You get what I'm saying? So in my little weak way, a little school not only gave an opportunity for education for kids to attend school, but also employment for people who just came from college or what have you. This is the same thing we're talking about here. Tiana too had her business there, doing clothing and everything, hiring people. But if we all sit in the diaspora and keep what we've learned, when our country is not going to flourish, we've got to go back home. We've got to put money into the economy. We've got to open up businesses, clinics, hospitals, whatever you want to open. I say to people, just do it. It is important because if not, who is going to provide these young people the jobs? Everybody cannot work in government. Like in America, I don't care what the government is doing here. I have a business in America. I've got my own private business. So I'm leaning on that. You get what I'm saying? So my thoughts are, even if only 50 businesses left America, open up a branch in Liberia. I'm telling y'all, man, even what Leo did at the Learning Center is a learning center. But when I see the young people that they have trained, I go to a learning center. I sit there, I use the computer, I hang out, I get to read books to the students, and I love it, right? But look at all the people they've hired. They've got the custodian who's cleaning the grounds. They've got people that take care of the restrooms. They've got people that read to the students. They have people that do activities. They've got people that even give you your library card, right? They've got that. They're offering jobs to people. It's going to take us, y'all, if we want to build infrastructure, we want to see people come home in droves. I tell you, I have a lot of Nigerian friends, and they've been doing that for many, many years. They go home. Nigerian man will live in America all his life. You better believe he's got a big house and a mansion in the village. He's got his Mercedes-Benz in the village. He's got a business on the ground. He's employing people, sometimes even in the village. We've got to go with that mindset. Take what we've learned here, go home, create jobs for our people. Only we can do that right now. We cannot keep saying government, government, government. Everybody in America is not working for government. Everybody in Rwanda is not working for government, right? So we have to create that. So people who will come to the investment forums will have the opportunity, if they have a business plan, something they want to talk about. We're even discussing the possibility of it be a pitch competition, something like that. We're not sure yet, but we're trying to see how we could do something like that. Or just having young people talk to people in certain sectors that they're interested in, gleaning from them, learning from them. Like what can I invest in? Where can I work? What can I do? And getting all of that information, because I'm telling y'all, it's going to take all of us going home to build Liberia up.
Let me ask one question.
Yes. Dr. Peabody, come on.
Yeah, let me ask you, a lot of people that you're anticipating will be going home to Liberia in December.
Yes.
One of the issues there is lodging and also flight arrangement. I mean, it's expensive. I mean, average hotel or apartment in Monrovia, the rent costs you nothing like from probably $75 up to $100 something dollars. Now, a lot of people want to come. What kind of arrangement are you guys making in terms of the flight, in terms of lodging? Because that's a major issue.
Well, the lodging is not as bad unless you want to stay in a hotel. But there are bed and breakfasts. There are, people have homes that they're renting out as Airbnb that you can stay in. I have a little Airbnb myself. If I've got a couple of people who are staying there, but I still have rooms. So if you want to, let me know. But there are other people. If you go to our website, we have identified restaurants, hotels, and other places that you can talk with. We have not been able to get rooms that are so much cheaper, but most of the people that have Airbnbs have in fact brought the prices down just a tad. We have arranged with hotels for 10% off, not for the hotel room, but if you want to get food and drinks or things of that nature. We worked very diligently with Ethiopian Airways, Brussels was not budging. They said they can't give any discounts. We did work with Ethiopian Airways. The issue that we have is, you know how it is with anybody that's going to give you a discount. Most of them want you to fly out of the same state, fly back into the same state on the same day as a group, because most of them are only offering group rates, because Liberia does not have that huge number of people. The reason Ghana's tickets went down is because the influx started coming. When I used to go to Ghana, my ticket was expensive. But then after they did that whole return, now I find the tickets to be a little bit cheaper. But even right now in December in Ghana, tickets are $3,500 just to go to Ghana. Some of them are $2,500. So is that whole region is an Africa problem. It's not a Liberia problem. Traveling between African countries is ridiculous. Ghana is right next door. The ticket from Ghana is like $1,500 in December. So there's not much we can do about that. I know a lot of the African countries are now working together to see how we can get those prices down. But December is where these airlines make a lot of their money because we don't have the traffic. But after these kinds of events, we're hoping to see the traffic. You get what I'm saying? So that we can now make a case for ourselves. So there's no discount right now unless we agree to come as a group, fly out of one country on the same day, return to one city on the same date, and return to that same city on the same date. And then you have to put it in. You know, we Liberians now, we don't do it quickly. The people say, oh, put the money here by this date. We don't have it by this date. All of that is an issue. So I'm hopeful that next year we will be able to get some discounts and everybody will have to sign up on the same date. So we just have to, you know, it's baby steps. We're going to get there, y'all. I promise you. The number of people interested this year are far more than the number that was interested last year and the year prior. You get what I'm saying? So we're building something and we're building it together. So yeah, we don't have those solutions, but it's coming. Tiana?
As I'm saying, we're also trying to track this, right? I think someone asked earlier, like, well, how will we get there? How do we know, like, whether or not we're having the impact as Jamaica and Ghana? People can tell you what's happening in Jamaica and Ghana because it's been tracked in the past. Right. So this year, like we're saying, we're building the foundation for the future. So this time we're going to be trying to pay more attention, talking to the restaurants, the local Liberian businesses, talking to them so that we can go back and say, we send people to you with the coupons. We send people to you for this event. How was it? Did you feel the impact? Did you feel it was beneficial? I don't think that's been done intentionally in the past. Everybody comes in December, but nobody really tracks it and is very intentional. And so we're going to try to do that this year so that we have a foundation to build upon. And then the other thing I'll say is that, you know, like I said, I'm between here and the States. When we're on that side, it's very easy to be pointing fingers as to what's wrong. When you come, if you see something as a problem, guess what? That's an opportunity. Help fix that gap. So Dr. Kula gave the example of how she saw the children, she opened school. I was like, yo, I want a place to be able to shop comfortably. I want a fitting room. I want this. I created that. So when you come and you see an opportunity or you see a problem, also look at it positively as an opportunity. And maybe it's not an opportunity you can fill, but maybe you know somebody else who may have that professional skill set to be able to step in and do something there.
Mr. Gayman, can I ask?
Yeah, one minute. I'm coming to you next. Ladies and gentlemen, few months ago, we had a gentleman here who is the director of the Liberian Rural Radio Association, and he had like 48 or 58 radio stations all across the country. What he accused us, including you guys, is we have created a Republic of Monrovia.
Yeah.
Everything is Monrovia. You have 48 radio stations around that have the huge listening audience. And for some reason, the folks in Monrovia do not target the rural. People from the rural area want to come to Monrovia and have fun. They want to come to the basketball game. They want to come to the pageant. They want to do all of this. We're not reaching them. We are preaching to the choir. What is it that you guys are doing to reach out to people in Ganta, people in Kepamas, people in River G, give them enough time so they can start trooping? And what are you doing to diversify this event, not just Monrovia, but something? I want to see it in Canada, my hometown. I would like to see.
But it's just not in Monrovia. It's just not in Monrovia. There are events in other places. The Maryland County.
To us about it.
Yeah. The Maryland County people are doing some big events in Maryland for like a week or a week and a half. So I think they may be starting the 13th, 14th, or 15th. They're going. There's some activities happening in Bon County. There's a lady that's doing 2 major events in Bon County. There's things that are happening in Bassa, not to mention the tours. We have tours that you can go out, venture out and see the different places. So we've got Kip Mount, we've got Grand Bassa. You know, I myself was born in Buchanan, so Buchanan is my place. So we have a lot of different things that are happening on the outskirts. Now, as far as the radio station, we have a guy on our team who is a part of the logistics group. He owns a radio station in Bassa, so he's been broadcasting in Bassa, and he was trying. He is supposed to contact the other radio stations around to see if they would also play the clip on the radio station. But of course, you know, all these things come with funding now. You need to pay all the radio stations to do this. It's not free, oh. You got to pay for all of this. So we have to start with where we can manage. So like right now, we've got some things on ELBC that's running. We've got something on Hot FM. We've got something in Bassa. And he's hoping to be able to talk to some of the other radio stations to get them, to get our commercial played on those radio stations as well. So, but if anybody on this call would like to sponsor a county radio station, hey, we're taking, so we can do that. But it is kind of expensive to get them on all the radio stations, but we are definitely trying. Trust me. That is one of the things we're pushing, is to get it out there and let people know it's happening. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm going to forward the gentleman's name. They will love to partner with you. They would love to invest for the long run. So when they so they can also, because everybody, I'm telling folks, get on the ground level where it's now very cheap. Get there, invest. 10 years from now, you may not have any space. Garguah, go ahead.
Thank you. I want to hear from Yasa a little bit, because Dr. Kua and Tiana has been talking. But before though, I just want to say, Dr. Kua and to all of you guys, God, Mr. Pei, God bless your hearts, man.
Thank you.
God bless your heart. You are doing a phenomenon, and the technicalities and all of the questions, I don't think, we're just asking them to kind of get an understanding as far as our audience. But it's complicated. When I graduated with my first degree in 2010, I went back home for the first time after I left Liberia when I was like, five years old. And we were excited. Anyone who knows that I've been in humanitarian work for a long time. From 2010 till now, we've educated over 1,000 kids. We've done 2 reading rooms, and we've continued to make an impact from that perspective. But the older you get, right, and you begin to understand the issues, and I always tell friends, we've got to look at our country, not from the humanitarian perspective in 2025. There's nothing wrong with giving a scholarship and giving back. But when you look at the serious issues, we have to tackle those issues from that perspective. And I said that to say, Dr. Peabody asked a very important questions about travel. And I said, God bless your heart, because I think a lot of what you're doing, you are going above and beyond to really get some information out there that, if we had the structure and the foundation, could easily be answered. Tourism is my background, right? I work for some of the biggest brands in the world. And when we talk about the structure, we're talking about licensed hotels and homestays, for instance, licensed F&B enterprises, licensed tour and travel, licensed car rentals. All of these things are things that not only create jobs, but they are things that encourages tourists, right, to come back. I'm not concerned about diaspora Liberians, even though we all have major concern. I'm concerned about what do we do to encourage folks that are not necessarily Liberian to want to be able to log on and say, you know what, I want to be able to take a vacation to Liberia this December. I want to take my kids to Liberia. Where do I get this information from? We're in an age of technology. So I'm really hoping that maybe by 2026, we'll give the new leadership of the Liberia Tourism Authority some time to get themselves together, get their ideas together, get their thoughts together, and really put these things in place. Because I think when we put the structure in place, we would then have an idea of all of our rich history and everything that we have to do, and how do we get those information out. I think it's very, very important. But Mr. Pitt talked about health, and I think it's important. My parents just relocated home, and they've been there for 2 weeks now. And health was a major concern for men, given their age and things like that. Another concern in Liberia when it comes to from a tourism perspective or from a Liberian returning perspective is security. Security is also a concern in Liberia, right? So what are we doing? Not from a because you guys there's just so much you can do. But what are we doing to ensure, just as Mr. Pitt talked about health, what are we doing to ensure that diaspora Liberians that are returning home have the kind of environment that is safe, right? Because right now we don't have a safe environment. We had a young lady who went back home, invested her money, built a house in Canada, in Liberia, and a few months after she moved in the house, she was killed, burned. We saw that story. What are we doing to create and assure Liberians that are returning home that, listen, come and spend your money, come and invest your money, but we can also ensure you that the government or whoever is in control of that are creating an environment to ensure your safety. Yasa, anyone, Mr. P, anyone, but I wanted to hear from Yasa Small.
Mr. P, don't be scared.
No, I'm not.
Yasa is talking. We just can't hear
Yasa is
her.
talking, but I think she's
Yasa is talking, but we can't hear her.
Yeah.
So I'll jump in while Yasa gets her audio taken care of.
Yeah, she can go in and come back.
Yeah. This is what I'll say, Mr. Garguah. I agree with you. I like to use the word security broadly. So I talk about health security. And I use this word security not just in the context of law enforcement. So I talk about health security, and I talk about economic security, and I talk about educational security. So we need to think of security very broadly. Certainly, our safety is important. Law enforcement is important, and that is why I believe that Dr. Kula and this team recognize that the importance of security as in law enforcement and security as in the protection of persons and properties. So these are conversations that will have to happen at some of the highest levels of government, and it will take time. But I completely agree with you. If I do not feel safe in a particular place, I'm not going there. It doesn't matter whether my neighbor's string is buried there. My neighbor's string is buried in Firestone. But if I don't feel safe, I'm not going there. That's just a fact of life. And I think that there is deep commitment from Dr. Kula and others on this committee. And I would venture to say that even on the part of the government, there is deep commitment to ensuring the safety of not just the Liberian people, but visitors that come. Now, are there some gaps and deficits in the current infrastructure? No doubt. And together we have to identify those gaps, those places where we need to plug the hole, and then do it together as a society. But I agree, unless we can do that, we're not going to get anywhere. And that is why I'm convinced that everybody who's touched this tourism thing is determined to make that a reality. And I would venture to say in another 2-3 years, we will be in a much different place, different as in better than we are on today, November 24th or 25th, 2025, 6:17 p.m. in Atlanta, Georgia. We can write that down and say, let's revisit this date in 3 years, see where we are and compare notes. Let me close on this. Mrs. Keseley she said something very important before she left us. She talked about how we're collecting data so that the data will inform our interventions and our actions going forward. As a society, we are not data native. And so to be now talking about we're collecting data so that in subsequent years, the data will drive how we do this thing, that's a game changer. That's the kind of thing that gives me hope. It's the kind of thing that really inspires me. Of course, as a public health professional, for me, it's all about the data, what I say, and let the data dictate what we do. And that's the direction we're going with this. That's a direction that is sure to get us, Mr. Garguah, to where you want us to be and where we together want to be.
Ms. Yasa, real quick before you come in, my wife is from Haiti. She has a friend from Nassau, and my daughter, for the first time, will be going with me to Liberia. So what Garguah is talking about is very important, because all you need is something negative to happen to one of those guests, and it hits the international wire. and you can preach from now on to what you want. So is it possible for you to have like the IG and other people in security to give, you know, the approval and endorsement that listen, this is what we are doing, we are doing this together? Have you all reached out to the IG or the security apparatus?
So I have to answer that right before Yasa comes in about if we have reached out.
Please.
Okay, so yes, of course. So we have a steering committee. The police is on the steering committee. Everybody's on the steering committee. Government people on the everybody's on the steering committee. So definitely they know security will be high. So I will be very honest with you. Okay, crime happens every single day, especially here in America. People are getting shot every day on the streets. I get it. People feel unsafe. Sometimes I will speak for myself. I've never felt unsafe in Liberia. I take my children with me. My children are born and raised in America. They go with me all the time. Nothing has ever happened. I've been doing this for 3 or 4 years. I've never had a single guest in any of the things we've done that have ever been harmed. Because I always tell this, just like going to Jamaica. When you stay on the, what do you call it? When you stay in your resort, you're good to go. But step outside. My husband's best friend is from Kingston. We go there all the time. There's a place called Halfway Tree. I wouldn't be caught dead in Halfway Tree. I'm just being honest. It's the same thing. You would say, oh, I would not go down waterside in the night. It's called common sense. We've got to take care of ourselves when we're traveling. Okay. I'm not saying the lady who got hurt with the burn, that was a separate situation. But I'm saying as you're taking tourists, I always remind them, as tourists in any country, we have to be savvy. We have to be smart. Your purse can be grabbed from you anywhere you go. Right? You can be hurt. You've got to be careful. We sit here, people go to Paris on these little high school trips, girls disappear, all these things happen. So we got to teach our people to be very, very safe because we do not want anything to happen to them. Like somebody said, if I think Ms. Jerome, you said one person gets hurt, we can shut it down. That's it. Right? So we want to make sure everybody is safe. Right now, Liberia, when you go, you see police cars parked. Can you imagine? I didn't used to see that before. There are police cars parked on certain streets. All of last December, when you come out of that little area there in Kongatown, there's a police car parked right there. I began to mark them, and I saw them at intervals. So they're there watching to make sure that people are safe. We wouldn't go to Jamaica and be on the street at 2 o'clock in the morning just walking up and down. That's just asking for trouble. So we don't go to Liberia up and down at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then when something happens, we say, oh, Liberia is not safe. It's not necessarily that it's not safe, but we cannot put ourselves in harm's way too. We have to be very, very careful, very savvy when it comes to traveling. I'm just saying. But I do realize there are some things that we are working on in Liberia. But like I said, police is on the team and they know what to do to keep us safe. Yasa?
So let me be a little bit more. Can I be a little bit more specific, Dr. Kula? Let me ask you this. Say I'm in Monterey with my son, and you know I'm in the apartment. He goes out and something happens. Say he gets robbed or he gets attacked, right? Is there anything being put in place to kind of, I'm not looking for special treatment, but something that will get him quick attention, results? Maybe his passport got taken and we have a flight to catch maybe a week or so and we have to really get it back. So, you know, I know you said the IG, the police is on the committee, you know, all of that. Is there anything in place at all that will help me get redressed as quickly as I should?
I mean, the police will come and take the report. You know, I've seen them do it where they take the report. You can go down to the police station. I know we feel like the police are not efficient. Sometimes people say that, but I've seen, I think Mr. Gregory is now the police chief again. I've seen them do some things that are a bit efficient. When you lose your passport, you go to the embassy, which is why we tell people, whatever country you're coming from, I beg, please register there because they can help you get all of those things. So that part is not a country thing. It's more of the embassy is there. It's like a Liberian that comes down to America. You lose your passport. You're not expecting the American people to go find it for you. If they can't find it, you will go to the Liberian embassy and do your best to try to get it back. So it's the same thing, right? I'm just saying it's the same kind of thing. But let me let Yasa talk.
So if I'm just throwing quickly, maybe the
Yasa can talk again.
Maybe
Yasa come in. Yasa, we'll give you 20 minutes. You can talk. Go ahead, Victor.
No, I was going to say that if we haven't added this yet, maybe we can add in, say, the point person on the security sector, maybe the police, maybe that number can be, you know, made available to so that it can quickly be reached, that kind of thing.
Last year we had it on the other website. I'll make sure that it's on this one. I believe it's there. We have a guide, and on that guide, all of the important numbers are there, and the police is one of the numbers that's on there that you can call. Everything is on the website.
Do you guys have a brochure? Do you guys have a brochure?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Do you guys have a brochure that
we will have a brochure in Liberia? We print it in Liberia as people come in to the country. You get it, but the website is www.diasporareturn.com.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's going out again.
Yasa in Liberia or she here?
No, she's here. We can't hear you.
That's right there. We can hear you.
I think the Garguah people got some witch on this woman. Every time Victor asks, that's why it happened.
Well, let me jump in while Yasa is getting her audio. Just remind us again why we are here. Right? We are here to talk about a signature event that is happening as part of the Diaspora Annual Return 2025. And this event will happen on December 22nd in Monrovia at the Ministerial Complex, and it's called the Liberia Health Sector Investment Forum. Our theme for this year is Investing in Health and Human Capital, the foundation for Liberia's economic growth. We are inviting diasporan Liberians, anybody who is involved in any sort of healthcare, whether you are a nurse, a doctor, a public health professional, an allied health person, come and join us. If you are in Liberia, same categories. If you are a doctor, a nurse, an allied health professional, a public health professional, this event is for you. Come and join us. If you have a nonprofit in Liberia and you are working, it doesn't matter, all 15 counties, you have a nonprofit in Liberia and you're providing health services of whatever kind, come and join us. If you have an organization, a nonprofit, come and join us. We want on the afternoon of the 22nd, we will allocate between an hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours to showcase through an exhibition, everybody, all these different organizations. It's also an opportunity for people on the ground and people from the diaspora to get to meet, to get to network, to get to exchange contact information, and get to talk about and even exchange some expertise with one another. This is the kind of thing that we're doing, building synergy between brothers and sisters, those who are out of the country and those who are in the country, so that we can work together to really, again, solidify the health and well-being of the Liberian people. We're not going nowhere without this. That is our conviction, and our conviction is true. The data proves it. You need solid healthcare. I'm a preacher, so I'll say this, right? I feel like Dr. Peabody is a preacher as well.
You sound like it. But let me ask you, Mr. Smith. We had a guy here not too long ago, Ambassador Desmond Johnson, I think he is, and he's leading a basketball. He's doing a lot of stuff. I think Dr. Kula mentioned Maryland, so I'm asking because he has a trip plan for Maryland. He'll be in Liberia around the same time. I don't know if he's hooking up with you guys at all. Desmond Johnson, I think that's his name.
Okay, I think that's the LIB Fest. So they're on the schedule. They have events in town and they have events in other places too. Yeah. So we have two calendars that we're keeping. So one are the things that the government in collaboration with private sector is doing. And then there's one that has everybody's events. And Desmond's events is one of the big ones that's on there. They have like 5 or 6 days of events that they're doing. So we welcome everybody. If you have an event, you can join us, send it to us, we'll put it on there.
Nobody hearing me. So thank you very much, guys. So I keep hearing everybody saying, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? And I can see Dr. Kula is all fired up for this thing. We all are fired up. And I want all of us to come on board. I will just read something the First Lady said during her trip here in the US in September. She said, we cannot build it alone. We need partners, builders, and believers. Help us make this village a reality. I did not come tonight only to tell Liberia's story. The First Lady said, I came to ask you to become part of it. And why am I reading this? All of us here can create the annual return we want. What we see in Ghana, what we see in Jamaica, they worked for it. They actually came together and said, hey, this is what we want, and this is how we want to see it.
I always say this to people. You never know when you will be the one in an emergency room in JFK. You never know when your mother, your wife, your sister might be the one in the emergency room in JFK. And you will start to say, why we don't have oxygen here? Why we don't have beds here? If we all start to go back home and say, hey, you know what? Let's fix JFK emergency room to what we want it to be. You know what? Let's make sure we have ambulance all over the place, and ensure that when we are in Liberia, we not worry about our health in case of emergency. So the guy from Rwanda, I know you said something about students returning. We have lots of Liberian organizations doing stuff that people are not aware of. And there's a reason why we are starting to have these conversations, doing these different forums. Like we have Nurse to Nurse. Nurse to Nurse been training nurses in Liberia. They've been training health workers in Liberia. But people are not aware of all of these wonderful things Liberians are doing. Doing these investment forums, we will start to talk about these things, showcase the different work people are doing, how you can become part of it. And who knows? Once we are done with these forums, we'll come up with solutions. How can Nurse to Nurse move to Nimba? How can Nurse to Nurse go to Lofa to treat more nurses in Lofa, in Bong? So it's not about us saying it and just jumping into it. It's about us coming together, having these conversations, start to talk about it. Robert, is that Robert? Okay, Robert. Yeah, Robert said something. He said he took his parents back home, but he's been worried about health. Robert, when you attend these forums, all of these great ideas we are discussing, these great ideas we will have it. We'll have people to talk about it to the forum. Tell us. The health minister will be there. Education minister will attend these great events. When we start to bring these ideas to the table and say, hey, diaspora or local Liberians, here are the challenges, here are the opportunities, and then we start to work together. So as Peter was saying, we're asking everybody to come on board. I'm so glad that the Kula is so fired up and she's hailing this, because it sets the tone, for every other thing we will do. So guys, come on board. I wasn't planning to go to Liberia this December. Honestly, I had no plan of going to Liberia this December, but just finding myself or seeing myself part of the health sector investment, I'm now fired up because the conversations we have, you see Liberians on board, supporting. People are saying, I want to be a sponsor. I want to take this. This is how we fix it. This is how we make our own return great, compared to what we see in Ghana. So I've been talking and nobody was hearing me, but I just wanted to put this out there. I know the president.
Keep talking.
We're enjoying you.
The president been calling us to come back home. The president calling us to come back home. Let's go back home. It's not going to be all rosy. Trust me. It's not going to be an easy journey. But guess what? We will get there. We will.
Mayasa, can I ask you one question, Mayasa?
Go ahead.
Don't get vexed with me, yeah?
No.
Don't get vexed with me, because I let what you just said. Everything you just said are true. And Dr. Mr. Pei, I'll make sure my dad is at that conference. And I want to ask a question, because I think this is my last opportunity to engage you guys. Dr. Pei, does this require registration on the 22nd?
So thank you for that question. We have the website. Dr. Kula mentioned the website. People can go there and sign up for the different events.
Okay.
Part of what we are doing, we want to have data to tell us where we need to improve, or what we need to add, or what we need to subtract. Even the health sector investment forum, we have our team will be working to take data to see how it went and how, where we can improve, where we can. So yes, on the website, if you go there, the different events are there. You can sign up for the different events.
And my last question to you is, and I want you to answer the question genuinely, right?
Okay.
It's good when people, and I think a lot of Liberians, we're very kind and generous people. A lot of even Dr. Peabody, he goes and spend half of his time, 3-4 times in Liberia. We all, one way or the other, have gone back to support. But when we said Liberians, that let's go back home and fix JFK, let's get to bed. How would you feel, right? And we can't depend on government for everything. I agree 100%. The government cannot do everything. We need a private sector, and we have to be integral part of that private sector. But I think sometimes the frustration is that Liberians go back home and say, we'll fix JFK. Yeah. If we all come together, 10 of us or 20 of us say we'll fix a hospital in whatever unit in JFK. It costs maybe $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 or $25,000. And then you come back and you reset and you look at the budget and say, wait a minute. It just costs us $25,000 US, now $100,000 to fix this small little player. But the government ain't got money to invest and fix the small little player, but they got money to buy all the BB cards for themselves. They got money to pay themselves. So if you are a Liberian like yourself and all of us, people who are concerned, people have these genuine concerns, right? What would you say to that person who can say, okay, I want to get on board, I want to fix a unit at JFK, but then how do we address this whole issue when it comes to government priorities?
And that's a very good question you just raised. And what I want to say to you is this, as Dr. Kula said, it's not perfect all over. And this is the beginning of us lending our voices, advocating, having these conversations. At the Health Sector Investment Forum, we are hoping we can invite the head of both houses, lower house and upper house, the head of the Committee on Health. We are hoping we can invite them to these forums to start having these kind of conversations. You know, trust me, once we have identified the problems, it's easier to come together and say, hey, look at 10% came together and they fixed JFK ERO. What's happening to the budget? You know, why are we not increasing our healthcare budget? You know, why are we not making sure we have special budget for JFK? And I will tell you this, some of the things that we need to talk about is to start holding our lawmakers accountable. Why are we not increasing the healthcare budget? Why are we not making sure JFK got special budget? And another thing I want to say to us, we need to stop working as though we just came from the war, like quick impact project. Why? Most of the time you see people do stuff, they just do stuff because they want to, maybe sometimes for the show of it. I will give clear example of my brother Leo Johnson. If you see that project, it took years. It took plenty. It took failures to get the Liberian Learning Center to what it is today. But guess what? That is a model anybody can see and say, this is what we call sustainability. Because there are plans in place to take care of it. Even in the next 2-3 years, if we don't have donors sending money, the Learning Center can still pay its staff by itself. So we need to start thinking sustainable measures. We can fix JFK, but what if we don't have sustainable measures in place to keep it going? For example, you buy all the equipment, the mammogram, the X-ray machines. Our health workers don't know how to sustain those things. They don't have the training. They don't have the skills, you know, to keep those things going. So when we start to think sustainability, that one thing we will use to succeed. And again, let's start to advocate. Let's start to hold these people accountable. I was so glad when I saw the budget. People are questioning the budget. People are looking at the budget keenly. You need to know what's in the budget. But we need to be specific. I tell people healthcare is everything. If you're not healthy, you can do anything. And I'm glad we currently have a responsible leadership. The health minister is trying her best. We know there are gaps. We know there are lapses. But hey, we all can come on board to say, when we fix it, we will also hold people accountable.
Thank you.
And if I could just add to what Yasa is saying, going back to a couple of things that she said about us not knowing what the other is doing. So, you know, we're hosting the Heritage Award. And the Heritage Award, we will be giving awards to people in the diaspora and on ground who are actually doing these things. Like she mentioned Leo Johnson, like I think, you know, she mentioned nurse to nurse, all these different people. We're not just giving awards to be giving awards. We have a nominations link that went out. We want people to go ahead and nominate people that you know are actually doing these things, right? You can't just be giving awards to be giving awards. Nominate your people and let it come down. They will bring it down to the semifinalists, and then they'll pick the winner. But we need you guys to nominate because we don't know who's out there doing what. So it's very important as we're coming together. December,
I'm going to nominate Sylvester Pewee, Mr. G.
Oh, that's my girl. Yeah, she's doing well. She's doing well.
But I also want to nominate. I want to nominate
so you see,
Dr.
you know some
Dr.
people.
Peabody,
So please look out.
Yes.
Dr.
Another
Peabody.
thing I wanted to add, even though you say she talks, so another thing I wanted to add,
Please
right?
talk, man. Talk now.
Hey, you now open the Pandora's box. Yasa, go ahead, talk.
We talk about data. We talk about numbers.
Yes.
Sometimes we need to show numbers to people to say, hey, this thing worked. Look at the numbers. What am I saying? When I came to the US to do my master's, I did my master's at Harvard 2 years. I went back to Liberia to do a 6 months research, right? When I did my research, the numbers told me certain things because for me, I work in the field for long. My mom is a midwife. I started doing deliveries even before I was a nurse. But what I thought I knew was very different from what the numbers were telling me when I went back to Liberia to do my research. So what I did, I started a pilot program in the maternal waiting, one of the maternal waiting homes where I did my research in Phoebe. I started a pilot program because the data was telling me women are staying home, are giving birth at home because as something as simple as a pad, baby diapers, they don't have it. When they don't have it, they're afraid to go to the health center to give birth. So I started a small project to see if it's going to work. Once we gave them the bags free of charge with everything in it, let's see if they will be encouraged to go, to the hospital to give birth. And that project has been doing so well. We're hoping next year we can step it up and say, hey, look at the numbers. We gave 100 women bags, 100 women gave birth in the hospital, and they had their babies, they were alive, right? So what am I saying? Sometimes to convince our people, our lawmakers, that you need to increase the budget. Some of the work we are doing can say, hey, see, me, I'm a small nonprofit. If I did this and it worked, when you increase this budget, it will work across the country, right? But sometimes Liberians, as Peter said, we are not people, we don't really pay attention to numbers. I know people talking about, I hear people talking about, oh, gosh, the drug crisis in Liberia. Sometimes I say, do we have the numbers? Are we doing research? Are we checking to really know where it's coming from, how it's coming in? What are we doing? Do we have the numbers? So sometimes to make our advocacy strong, let's focus on research. Let's look at the data, what they do. And when you're talking to some people, when you use the numbers, they say, okay, you know what you're saying. But you just be telling people, oh, we increase the healthcare budget. You're not going to do what are the numbers saying? Our private work we're doing can support some of these advocates. And that's the reason these forums will be very, very, crucial when we start to talk about these things and showcase it.
Okay,
that's what I'm talking.
You started it with Yasa.
I wanted to yes from Yasa. You see that? I told you.
Sileke.
I gave my bosses chance to talk. I got my boss that are cool here, and I wanted them to talk. You can't have your bosses
Listen, they look for it. Don't worry.
Yeah, we look for it.
All right, guys. Yeah, good night. Dr. Kula, Mr. Pay, Yasa, good luck.
No, don't leave now, Robert. Don't leave. Let me just
my wife calling me.
Okay, tell her.
Dr. Kula.
So please, Robert, I need you because I know Robert can talk. Please tell the people you talk to anybody tomorrow. Yeah, on Friday at D Calabash, we're having an information session for the diasporans that are living on ground in Liberia, so they can get some of this information. Is this Friday at D Calabash? I beg you, at 7 p.m. They need to come out and support. We'll have t-shirts.
Your own t-shirt.
Yeah, y'all please come. Y'all please come. Okay. I want to say, we're partnering with IOM. We're partnering with UNDP, the Africa Development Bank, and the Africa Union. We're all working together on these projects. So there'll be a peace and reconciliation dialogue on December the 18th at the Ministerial Complex. Then on the 20th will be the Heritage Award. That award is a fundraiser for education. So part of the proceeds will go to fund different special projects at the Education Ministry. And that's the award that we'll be using to honor Liberians both on ground and in the diaspora that are doing great things. I'm begging you, when you'll see the little flyer with the awards on it, y'all please click on that thing and nominate your people. It's very, very important. Then we want to say thank you to the Foreign Affairs Ministry and the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, because the two diaspora offices are working on this project. We're actually spearheading it. And then we have team members like Wabina and other people on ground who are really working hard every single day in the trenches. Mayor Ure, everybody is a part of that. We're going to have a Christmas cantata on December the 21st. That's for the children. We're asking all diasporans that are coming to Liberia in December to bring a gift. We want to present a gift for 500 children. At the cantata, we're going to have Christmas cookie decorations and all kinds of little things. But before they leave, we're going to feed them too. But before they leave, we want to give them gifts. So we need 500 gifts. Well, please, if you want to send money, you can send money for somebody to buy a gift. But we will have places, like restaurants and hotels where we set up a box. You can just come and drop your gift in there. We want to present gifts for these children. We want to make an impact as a diaspora as we're going back home.
Real quick,
yes.
What age group? Because the last time I went to a youth conference, they had some people that 31 years old.
No. We are doing We do it between the ages of 2 and age 10. I beg
Thank
you.
you.
10 years old. That's when we're capping it.
Victor, you can't show as youth to that thing. Don't go there. They will not let
So,
you
but the Christmas guitar will be fun. So some of the kids will be at the orphanage. Some will bus in from the orphanage to the location where we're having it, which is Providence Baptist Church, outside in that front area. And then, like I said, I'm really pushing this award thing. Make your nomination so you don't say, oh, the people just want to pick their friends and put them there. There's no friendship thing here. We need to have nominations. You guys need to nominate for the general librarian body. You see the people in the trenches working. You know who they are. We don't. Send in your names, please. It's very, very important. Then on the 30th, there's going to be a march. Okay, the One Librarian March. We all walk in solidarity in the streets of Monrovia. Is going to be a cultural extravaganza. We want to say thank you to the businesses who have been helping us. EA's Plates and Pours. This lady left the country she was in, went to Liberia. She opened her restaurant burned. That lady rebuilt the restaurant. We're encouraging everybody to go there. The food is magnificent. If you're in Liberia, please stop at EA's Plates and Pours and get something to eat. Then we have
Where's that located? Where's it located?
What is it called? It's in town. I'll get you the address, but it's in town, in the Randall Street type area. Oh, and then we have Dirk's Survey Solutions. This is a surveying company that's ran by Robina. It's also in town. We have Wax and Wonder, which is Tiana Kessley's business. They do beautiful African attire for women and men. And we have Aiken Home Care. That's Lois Harris and Reverend Reeves. They have a really good home health. Those of you like Robert Garguah, if your parents are older, you know they have a home health that can come to you and, you know, help out the older people. I know your parents are old people, but they're young people at the same time. But I know them well. So as they get older, if you need a place, you can consider Aiken Home. They do a lot of good health care for the older people. Then there's Educate Liberia, Inc. We specialize in education, writing books, training teachers. We do all of the training teachers for free. A lot of that kind of stuff. Then we have Providence Preservation Foundation. We're doing some tours. We want you guys to sign up for the tours. Come and have a good time. May Ure's company is also doing some tours. And then we have Healthcare Liberia, Inc. They're a healthcare facility that airlifts medically ill children and bring them to other countries like America to have surgeries. So they're also doing a great work. We want to say thank you to all of these companies. We want to say thank you to all of our partners. We want to say thank you to all the ministries that are involved. And we're going to have a great time in December. So we just want to encourage everybody. I beg you, our website is www.diasporareturn.com. Again, www.diasporareturn.com. Please go there and sign up. We have a lot of activities. We want to know who's coming. Okay, the president is doing a special welcome on the 12th of December. If there's food going to be there, how will we feed you? We don't want to have 500 people showing up and we only have food for 300 people at any of the events. So if you're going to come, you need to sign up so we can know who is coming to the events. Plus, you know, depending on certain locations, there's security involved, and we got to make sure your name is on the list. So we beg you, please go to the website and sign up. www.diasporareturn.com. I want to say thank you to Alpha. He's been doing a great job with the website. He has set up a lot of mechanism to keep track of all of the different things that are happening in Liberia, all of the activities, all the people who are registering, you know, any information that we need. He has put that into the website. So feel free to go there, register, and then read about all of the other exciting things that are happening in Liberia this December. It is a time of togetherness. It's a time of investment opportunities. It's a time of so many things. And we just want to encourage everybody tonight to be a part of that.
Dr. Kula, I know last year you got a discount with Ethiopia Airlines. Anything happened yet?
Well, we had a discount of 10% last year with Ethiopian Airways. They told us this year they couldn't do it because everybody wasn't flying from the same state, right? And that was cumbersome for them last year. So they want to give a group discount, but they really preferred that we had 25 people coming on this date from this place.
Yeah,
so that was the mechanism they put in place this year.
Discount for Monrovia, just anybody. Anyway,
that's what we said. But last year they did it. They tried it, and maybe it didn't work so well. But I know for next year, trust me, we'll have some things going on. Yes.
Well,
Mr. Gayman, can I come in, please?
Wherever your tours are, you have to go to Mantown, Edina.
Edina's on the list.
To go see. Dr. Pay, let me talk to you. You say one of the things we say here, we say, do not give microphone to two people, a preacher and a lawyer. But since you're here today, we'll give you the microphone. I like to eat my collar and pepper. Tell me about the cuisine, the food. I'm going to go to Yasa later, but tell me, because me, I like to eat.
Jerome, incidentally, somebody asking to say the way Dr. Kula talking about the food, like she left food business.
I do, especially at EA's Place in Pores, and it's actually on Carey Street. You guys need to check out that place. They have the best. I check it, the best everything. Y'all need to go there.
Honorable Pay.
Yes,
if
sir.
I got to Monrovia today, I don't have anybody. Where do I go to get information? Where's your office located? Who the contact person there when I get to Monrovia?
Well, let me let Dr. Kula speak to that, because she has that information more readily than I do. But that's an important question. Having a point of contact is really, really important. Dr. Kula, would you elaborate on that?
Yes, the diaspora office is our point of contact. So we normally meet at the diaspora office, and then sometimes we meet at Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So when you get there, you give us a call, and we'll let you know where we are on that specific day to make it easier for you. If you know, and when you get there, you have information. Don't worry.
Can you put a number up here, please?
Yeah, and again, we want
give
to
us
really
a number
encourage.
so we can put it up here so forth. Because when I get there, I know you will be so busy. I want to call and get in touch.
Right, okay. And that's true, Jerome. But we also want to really encourage people to use the website.
Yes.
Even as we talk right now, if you haven't visited the website already, we encourage you to do so. You know, visit the website right now and familiarize yourself with the website. Please sign up for the different events that you have the opportunity and the interest to sign up for. We do not want people just showing up on the day of without accountability. Now, we will try to accommodate everybody, but it just makes it easier when we have the data, and the data informs our planning. But without that, it makes it really hard to plan. And we want people to come and have the time of their life. And so knowing that you are coming and knowing what your expectations are will help us to plan appropriately.
You better get my color ready. The color
exactly. We get your color ready.
So what we're talking about now, the timeline for the whole event. What's the timeline?
It's the entire month of December. So December the 1st, you know, you'll come, the culture troop will welcome you at the airport, you know, the whole thing, right? And then each day there are activities throughout. The major events, like as far as government now, on the 12th of December, I know that the president's going to do a welcome. On the 17th, we're going to have the NIC's forum. On the 18th is a Peace and Reconciliation Dialogue. On the 20th is the Diaspora Heritage Awards, which is a fundraiser for education. And then on the 21st, we're going to have the Kids Christmas Cantata, where we'll be giving gifts to 500 young people from the orphanages and in the immediate area. And then on the 22nd, we're going to have the investment forum, the healthcare investment forum. That's going to be on the 22nd, March. Then on the 30th, we're going to have the One Liberia March, which is, you know, we want to walk in solidarity, and then we want to, you know, end that with a little cultural extravaganza. So a lot of different things are happening, but then in between we have other people's activities that are happening. You know, there are some exciting things. Tidal Rave is having an event. The LIB Fest is having an event. I just heard today, I think one of the young guys that runs one of the popular online platforms here, I believe it's called In the Fries. I think they're also having a couple of events. There's a Marylanders. They're having an event in Maryland. There's a couple of events in Bone County. So many different things are happening.
Dr. Kula, if I would just interject. What are you guys having to educate people about the Liberian culture? Liberian
are you kidding?
Culture.
Oh, yes. So the tours. We have a cultural tour where you will learn what you need to learn. It's Providence Island, Providence Baptist Church. We'll be taking tours up Ducor to the monument. We'll have a tour. We'll be inside the museum, and we will be. I mean, when you get to the museum, well, trust me, you will learn Liberian history. I'm talking the first floor deals with all of the local history. Second floor has a lot of the people settlers that came in later. So there's a lot of history that will be learned. And at the Heritage Award, you'll also hear a lot of that, a lot of the history as well. So there are a lot of cultural activities that will be taking place. Mm-hmm.
Real quick before I go to Seleke, you know, we have a lot of, I guess now, designated cultural sites, especially in Edina, right, where we have the grave of Bob Grave, and we have in Upper Buchanan, we have the grave for the second president, I think second or third president, Allen Benson. We have all of those sites. Have you guys designated those areas historical site that people can visit?
Oh yes, there are.
Kepama's got a whole lot of them. Hoffman Station.
Maryland does too. And when we take the tour in Edina, we go through that. We even go to the old Baptist church. We go to the old Methodist church, and there's a tour guide that tells you everything about the history of Edina. Cheeseman is there. They have his monument. Bob Graves' monument is there. So you have a series of things, and then we get to cross the water on a boat, which I really love. My family are the Johnsons. They settled in Edina, so I like to go there and see, you know, all the historical things. So it's a very fun little town. I go there all the time. I'm even taking my kids.
Yes, sir.
The Dopoh Fest. Are you guys part of the Dopoh Fest going to be part of the program too?
Well, last year there was a Dopoh Fest that took place in Bassett that we went to. We were talking with a young lady who had it. She might be doing it again. If she does do it, you better believe we'll be there. Yes. But we have not gotten word if it's finalized for this year.
Awesome. Wow. You guys kind of have a whole list of what's going on.
It will get better as we go along. You know, every year we get better. Every year we add something. Every year we add something. So we see everybody come on board. Let's do it together.
Seleke, go ahead.
Yeah, I think, you know, this is a great initiative and all the best. So as I mentioned, we will have our team representing us there in Liberia. They will be there from here in Rwanda. So all the best to the team. But again, you know, every year, as you know, Ms. Yasa was saying, it will get better, you know, and this is some of the concern. You know, people get on flight to go to Liberia to attend these different events, expecting that, you know, they will make a case to represent the different countries that they are from and all of that. But again, this Liberian team, who know you? The father you now be shocked, you're not connected to somebody, you are not given the opportunity to kind of be considered. And I would just advise that, or recommend rather, that, you know, people be given the time, whether it is through survey, you can send a survey out, you know.
We have surveys.
I like that.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever issues they are confronted with or challenges, they can be able to fill in a survey just so that you'll be able to collect data. Instead of allowing people to pay their way to go to Liberia, and you say, oh, we can't get everybody, and then they come back again, you know. It will not be good. Then we say again, we'll get better. Next year again. Next year, the same thing happen, you know. That. So I was just recommending that if you can consider that, would be good, you know. But this is a great initiative, and especially where I keep hearing that all of us have to come together, to be able to make a difference, to impact, whether it is health, educational wise, whatever it is, this is a great initiative, and all the best, and I hope, our team from Rwanda will be treated well. For me, that's, because I'm here too, so that will be my priority, that our team, because our chairman will be there, our vice chair for international affairs, they will be there. And luckily for us, we have something here as a students, Kenya Airways, they gave us a registration, a yearly registration on something called Cool Flyer. So once you register on Cool Flyer, you want to travel, to get your discount on Kenya Airways. So we've already done the registration for our chairman. So now we're waiting to do the registration for the other guy, because we're not setting that two person will go. We're waiting for some funding, because everything has to do with money. So once that is confirmed, we'll do his registration. So you'll notice that the price for ticket from here to Liberia will be around 1,000 plus. But when you do the Cool Flyer registration, it will come down to somewhere 700 to 800.
You know,
oh, that's a blessing.
Yeah, so we can offer that to students.
I need to move to Rwanda and get my yellow ticket. Masa, Yasa, I'm a sociologist, so what we do is I'm very keen when it comes to social research and stuff of that nature. You are talking about going on the website to register, but 0.00, maybe 0.0001% of Liberia have access to data and website. What are you doing on the ground to physically get in touch with folks? I'm talking about boots on the ground where folks can actually do paper to paper, people to people. We talk about Jehovah's Witness style, how talking to talking, because most people don't have access to the website. So how do we get to those people?
And that's a great point you just raised. So as we speak currently, the head for this committee, Jackie, she's on the ground. We also have someone from Liberia on the team. He's on the ground too. So our team currently are on the ground doing the Jehovah's Witness work already. They are meeting with different entities. They are meeting with different organizations on the ground. Hopefully we will be joining them soon to continue the Jehovah's Witness work to ensure this event is well attended, to ensure Liberians are aware that, hey, this thing, come on board. We're ready to showcase all the different things that we're doing and make sure our health sector is vibrant enough to serve all of us. So yes, we have a team on the ground right now, and the numbers Dr. Kula shared, these numbers are all Liberian. I think we got one Liberian number there that you can also call. That's Jackie's number to get in touch with her to ask her about the entire planning and stuff.
Just a quick observation.
Dr. Peabody, can you please post the number? If you send it to Dr. Peabody, let us post it.
Yeah, the number is in the chat. It's in the chat. I'll put it in the chat room, yeah. But a quick observation, though. A quick observation. I think that Clark, you spoke about restaurant in Liberia and now. Dr. Kula, sorry, not Clark, yeah. Dr. Kula. Yeah, so you spoke about restaurant, somebody owning a restaurant in Liberia. And, you know, again, now, I'm hearing Ms. Yasa talking about Jackie. Who is Jackie? Is it Jackie that is affiliated with the Unity Party?
Yeah, but everybody affiliated with something.
No, I come in. I'm raising this question for a reason. Mr. Gayman, don't throw your on the post. Don't do that. Because
I just don't want to be political.
Because this event is non-political event. This event is a non-political event.
And this is why my concern is coming from. That Dr. Kula rather, and the rest of the team members, you will have to take this into consideration. People that are affiliated with political parties cannot be at the forefront of this thing. That is my point. You know, and now you come in to appeal to other people who might have different views in terms of politics and all of that, and they are willing to join for the sake of Liberia. But you can't have people at the forefront of this thing who are on different political show, you know, canvassing for a political party, and you say this thing got nothing to do with politics. You know, so for me,
I think we'll take that under advice. We'll take that under advice.
Yeah, Seleke, you know
what? It's other people that you making a case for. You know,
let me say
let Jerome talk.
You know, I belong to a political party. You know that. You know, Victor belongs to a political party. We all belong. There's nobody in Liberia who is not affiliated with something. So if you're looking for someone to say they're not affiliated, you're not honest. What we are saying here, we say put everything aside.
Do you know the party and all the panelists here representing the diaspora? Do you know any of
them? We do not represent any party.
Any political affiliations aside at this point.
They are asking us to affiliations aside at this point. Organization
coming together.
The point is, you don't know the political parties because they are not affiliated.
All right, Nikki, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. So because somebody is affiliated of a particular political party, will you forfeit the opportunity of improving your health sector?
Exactly, you can.
Someone who's heading one of the initiatives is affiliated of a particular political party. This is the mindset we are trying to put aside because if we must build Liberia, it must not be because of a particular political party. It must be because I'm building JFK because I know today or tomorrow, my daughter might be there, I might be there, my mom might be there. I'm supporting the education sector because I know despite Jackie or whoever is in what political party, Jackie is also a Liberian, right? You also have your own political affiliation. And at this point, I just wanted to make this straight. While we say we are begging people, we're not literally begging, we are asking you to come. You know, you're Liberian, you care about your country. Nobody should beg you to come and develop your country. You should see the need to say, I don't care about Jackie being a unity partisan. That's her problem. What I care about is Liberia. That's what you should be saying. What I care about is like all of us here, everybody got political affiliations, if you want to say that, but we are not going we're not putting politics into this. When we are pressing Ghana diaspora return, because they all put their political affiliations aside. When they go to meetings, they do butt heads. They do argue. But when they are done, you see them come back together and they organize a beautiful event. They say that the other party organize it, or that because the person heading this party.
And I would just add to that. I'll just add to that, Jerome.
Each political party cooking up color.
That's right. I'll just add to this.
I will enjoy it.
I'll add to this. The simply say, listen, when Dr. Kula called and asked and said, Peter, my brother, would you come and help us with this initiative? I raised my hand, Seleke, and said yes, because my neighbor's string is buried in Firestone. And so my heart is there. It has nothing to do with political affiliation. Now, I hear your concern. If somebody were to come and to put their politics up front, then that would be a concern. So far, I can tell you that has not been the case. Everybody, every single person that is involved in this work has put Liberia first. Not politics, not political affiliation, but Mama Liberia. And for that, we are grateful to everybody from all walks of life who volunteer their time, volunteer their treasure, volunteer their expertise to contribute to this work. And we so salute all of them. And man, we look forward to seeing everybody in December in Liberia.
Yes.
Look, if Kenya Airways can give you even a free ticket, and you come, we will share some of that color where you will taste on your own plate and put it on your plate.
Let's forget about party. Let's come together. We are all Liberians.
Thank you, Mr. Peter. Thank you. I will mean you with my color.
Mr. Gayman, I beg you, let me make a point quick, please.
Okay,
thank you, Mr. Peter, for your response. You really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, and whether we like it or not, Liberia is divided. For whatever reason, our country is divided on political lines. That's a reality. I'm not saying, since you guys came on here today, you've been straight to the point. You've not been political. You're not talking about any political party. All we've heard you spoke about is Liberia. But if you have people in your leadership, you calling Jackie name. When people are sitting on political show, hold on, Mr. Gayman, please.
Okay.
When people are on political show, they create enemies. Okay,
can I say something, Seleke? Can we say something? Listen, we get it, right? We get it. Everybody create enemies, create this, create that. But guess what? This is not about that. If anybody in their heart say, oh, because this person say, I don't want to come, then unfortunately let them stay back. Because it is not fair to Liberia. It is not fair to the children we're trying to help. We are all Liberians who go. It's like they used to say, oh, the tribal thing. Then now it's a political thing. For me, it's nothing. Right? There's no thing in this. It's all about Liberia. At the end of the day, I don't care about what tribe somebody is. I don't care about what political party somebody is. Right now, we have got to get out of that mindset and just think Liberia, love Liberia, and then we're going to build Liberia. And that's where we are right now. So while we're ending this call, I just want to say, please, y'all go to the website, www.
And one thing we can boast of, since we started this work, we've never had any issue that to say, oh, the party from the party, they're in this community. We never had anything of such. And this is the energy we want to bring to Liberia. When we are talking about developing Liberia, it shouldn't be because you're in this political party or because you're from this. It should be because it's about our common denominator is Liberia. And we are not going to capitalize on our division. We are looking forward and fortunate here. We're bringing an where we come together from different political parties.
And that's what December is about. It's about bringing us together, reuniting us as one people. Again, our theme, our Liberia, one people. Forget about all the other stuff. Let's come together, Liberia. Once we start doing these nation building activities in December, you'll find that all that stuff, you will not even be talking about it. They will just be happy to be together in December and you know, caring for each other, loving on each other. That's what we're looking forward to doing. So we'll see all of you in Liberia.
Dr. Kula,
Yes.
real quick, you talk about decalabash, right?
Yeah.
This, with this information getting out there, I mean, this thing is going to be huge. Is the calabash that big enough to host like 500 to 1,000 people?
Well, I don't know, but it's this Friday. This Friday,
It's an information session, right?
It's an information session. Everybody will come. They will hear more news about it. We have our banners up. They will hear about the different businesses that are helping out. They will hear information about the diaspora annual return because we want them to come in December and be a part. Because remember, it is not just us coming from here. It's also people on ground. So even though I'm saying the Liberian diaspora on ground, yes, they're coming, but also the local people are invited. Anybody
That's what I'm saying.
who wants to be a part.
The size of that place, can they host all
They
those
can manage, yes. I've seen them have large events there. Is out. They have seating inside, seating outside. If we're in overflow, even better. But people will get the information. We have brochures. We have different things that we're passing out. So all of that, if you can't get in, take your paper and go. But it's good to be on time. So please come at 7. And we've got some interesting people that are going to stop by. I'm not saying any names, but it will be revealed in a couple of days. Some people will be there that you might want to meet. It's a time for us to mingle, get to know one another, and talk about December and all of the great things that will come out of this December.
Exactly.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are just listening to something great about to happen in Liberia.
Yes.
They tested it last year, and it was so good. You think it was good last year, you try it next year, it's going to be even better. And next year, it's going to be better and better. And it can get better if we all bring something to the table. If you are a good waiter, come on and volunteer to be a waiter. If you're like me and you like to work the bar, and you like to mix the drink. I'm from Florida, we love mixed drinks over here. So go in there. I want to volunteer to the bar. Don't pay me. I may pay myself, but don't pay me.
We're looking for volunteers, so it's good. We're looking for volunteers, so please come and volunteer.
If you got security experience and you are a security person, you want to help with the security, come on and help. If you are a nurse, when people gather, there's a lot of emergencies that can happen. Come on as a nurse and volunteer. Everybody, let's put our hands together. God knows when Waga see me say, hey, young man, you don't like me. That's the politics part. But when it comes to Liberia, we all have that common denominator. We put it together. We do it. We laugh. After we not have fun and everything, but for now, December is strictly Liberia's month.
Togetherness. It's about togetherness.
Let's get together, have fun, make fun of each other. We have some relatives. I didn't even know Dr. Kula was my sister from Buchanan. Now look.
Yes.
If you are an organization in Liberia, you want to showcase your business in the healthcare sector. I mean, the health sector investment forum. The number we share here, the Selcom number, whatever it's called, the Selcom number. Please call that number and talk to Jackie and give her your information. We want to see Liberian businesses, health organizations showcasing what they do. We will have like 1 hour and 30 minutes networking session doing the health sector investment forum. That will be just for networking, going to different tables, reading about what people do, So reach out if you want to showcase your work or your business. Call that number. We'll be glad to have you.
Yes. And another thing I want to say, somebody said earlier, what can we do to make Liberia attractive for people that want to come? Let me tell you, there are African Americans that I've taken to Liberia that immediately say, oh, I want to move here. Some of them are already trying to get looking like, how can I get my citizenship? So there are things that make Liberia attractive. And I'll share with you my own personal story. I have kids and my children have been to many countries. I'm not going to lie because we love to travel. They've been to many countries, Europe, this place, that place. I remember one day I asked my twin son, I said to the kids, what was your favorite trip out of all of the places you've gone? Those children said Liberia. I said, all that money I spent for Euro, all that money I spent for this. You said Liberia is your favorite? And I said, what made Liberia your favorite? You know what they said? It felt like home. And that is what a lot of African Americans who I've taken say it felt like home. Because when I take them, I do show them the attractive part. I show them other places too, because when you come to America, when we're showing these commercials on TV, you don't see some of the other states in this place. We only show the beautiful places in America, right? So America makes itself look attractive. There are things we have in Liberia that are attractive
to people, we should be doing,
to children, to young people, to everybody. So let's use that. when we bring our people together, let's talk about it and say, hey, you know, we're going to take a tour up here. We're going to do this activity. We're going to go down waterside. We went shopping one time. You know, we were not afraid of holding our purses onto our sides. The children were shopping right near the waterside area, getting their little things, and they were excited to find those great deals and prices. So there are a lot of things that are attractive. Libasa is there. What's the place in Robert? There's a place in Robertsport that's really nice. Oh, I can't remember the name, but it's a very nice place. Right there on the beach. Musa Shannon's place is very nice. So there are places all around that we can go and have a really nice time. It doesn't always have to be, we're just going to stay in the house and do nothing. No, get out and venture out. Liberia is attractive. It's beautiful and it's fun. Yes.
Great. And guys, listen, for those of us who are all Liberians, if you have your private podcast, do Liberians a favor. Please promote this.
Yes.
It's your gift to the country. You know, you are a Liberian. You have a podcast. Whether that two-person
invite us, we'll come on your show. Invite us, we'll come on your show to talk about this. Yes,
that's correct. Just go out. Look, something good is coming out of Liberia. Yes. Whether you are a Unity Party, say CDC, this is something that we all can rally around and say we are going to have fun. What we should be worried about is how can we make sure that everybody has a good time.
That's it.
Everybody go back to their families, safe. Those are the things we should be talking about in common. Because Liberian, look, you and somebody can be a lockerhead. When you go to a person's house, Liberian people, we are just hospitable people. We just love to have guests. Whatever they have, they will share it with you. That would be wrong. Forget about it. The politicians would like to put us against each other and all that.
And that's the reason why we're still where we are, because we still, talking about I'm from the party, you from this side. Let's put it aside. When we finish enjoying ourselves, we're not showcase Liberia now. You want to be fighting, you can go and be fighting, right? But at this point, honestly, it's about unity. It's about coming together and say Liberia is our one and only denominator that we have. December, enjoy yourself, have fun. And after that, we can go back and everybody can go back in their, in their little bubbles, their political bubbles, and start the argument.
But it's Dr. Peabody. I mean, this I'm looking forward to it. And like I said, my wife, my daughter, she's taking time off from her. She want to be a nurse practitioner. She's taking 2 weeks off to go to Liberia. My wife is going. Her friend from the Bahamas, they are going. They're just gonna have.
I will take you on a tour. Y'all make sure y'all call me. I have a nice tour for y'all.
Okay.
The guys, if you are your too, we have our reporter on the ground who will be carrying you live. You guys live as well.
Oh, nice, very nice. Thank you.
Some of the activities.
This is the spirit we want. This is the kind of spirit we're looking for.
Exactly. Just jump in. Say what you want to do.
It's going to, I can tell. Listen, anyway, y'all get color, it's going to be.
I'll be saying my color. I'll be saying my
come to the Health Investment Forum. There will be color.
Okay, real quick, the last question for me here. When I went to Liberia in February, I have seen for some reason it's becoming an epidemic is people are getting to be real overweight, and I know diabetes is a serious problem. At these forums, are we going to be doing the health check and blood screening and all that stuff, because it's a serious issue in the country?
Yeah, so we have a team currently that's working on the health fair. We want to have a health fair there where we'll do people's blood pressure, their sugar, their temperature, and stuff like that. So we have a special committee that's working on that just for. We have nurses who will come on board, and that's why we are also saying if you're a nurse from Liberia, if you're a nurse from the diaspora, come on board. We need you. We have a lot of different things that you can be a part of, but we have a committee for the health fair.
Yeah. Excellent. If Dr. Zumo is listening, Dr. Zumo, he's a neurologist. We have problems with children with epilepsy and all of that in Liberia. We don't know the difference, most of our folks. When the child falls off, they either take you to the village or pray and all that stuff without knowing that this is a medical issue. So if Dr. Zumo, you are listening, or you are a neurologist and you want to get on board, call Dr. Kula and come out and do your part. Everybody, this is for Liberia, this is for our children. And as long as I'm here, every day while I'm here, I'm going to be talking about it from now on. And let us tell our friends, wherever you are, please, let's promote this. Let's make it the best And then we can now, next year, we can compare and contrast and say we did it 2 years ago.
Exactly.
What the number stack, how many people show, how many nurses volunteer. So we can look at it and then we start zooming on it. Dr. Kula, we had you here. We said 1 hour, you bear over 2 hours. Your party comment.
You enjoy us talking here. You enjoy us talking about
that color you've been talking about now. Let me start with Yasa, your party comments.
Okay, so first of all, I want to say thanks to you guys for giving us your platform, to talk about this. As we said, this is the kind of spirit we want. Jump in and let's fix it. Don't be us and ask, how can we fix it? Let's jump in when we are already into it. We are able to fix it. And as we said, the health sector is a very crucial aspect of this whole thing. That's the reason why you see it, and we have a separate event just for health. Come, let's talk about ways we can support our health sector. We can't sit on the fence and say, why are they not fixing JFK? Why are they not fixing redemption? When we come together and, like Dr. Kula said, or I think it was the other lady, what's her name?
Tiana.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Tiana said, in every situation, there is an opportunity. Dr. Kula, she gave a perfect example. She went home and saw that there was no school in her community. Boom, she started a school. And I tell people, anytime you are doing a cause that serves people, trust me, if it's a business, it will go. The fact that it's serving people, it's solving some kind of problem, it will go. So come on, board. Let's start the conversation. When we start talking about it, we will start to find a solution. I want to say thanks again to this entire team. Thanks to Dr. Kula for the spirit. Thanks to Jackie, the entire community. Thank you, the spirit. I can see everybody is fired up. Let's go to Liberia December and make our diaspora return a great one. Thank you so much. Invite us on any of your platform. We welcome to talk. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, can you? I see our phone number going. Can you please put our website there? I just dropped it in the chat room.
Dr. Peabody, J. Cool said you got to put it.
Somebody just share it. J. Cool share it. I know J. Cool.
Yeah, it's right here. We put it up. It's
Okay,
Diaspora Return. There
you go.
J.
Cool.
J. Cool. Thank you very much. But listen, Honorable Pay, before I get to you, let me tell you the fun. The kids have been asking me for years, Daddy, you say you are Liberian. Let's go do the the DNA test, and I went and did the DNA test. And Dr. Peabody, it was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. My test came back. It says 60% from the Ivory Coast, 20% from Mali, 10% from Ghana, and the other 5% is from Nigeria. Nothing about Liberia.
So, let me tell you, I had the same experience. I told you that's true. My friends kept telling me I'm like a Nigerian woman. I said, let me see what happened. One of my highest percentages was Nigeria. I'll say, are you kidding? But that's how it is. We came from all different places. I keep trying to tell y'all, we are a mosaic in Liberia with different people that just came to that country. Now we call it Liberia. But honestly, we come from everywhere. Seriously.
Everywhere. So I went to the university here, and I asked the professor there. He's an anthropologist, and he went back to the data. He said, Jerome, this is common. He said Liberia might have been a vast land where everybody came from before the DNA actually settled. So before carbon dating, you guys, Liberia was never there. It was just a savanna. So these people, like the Bassa people, migrated from Sudan all the way to Cameroon and Nigeria, all that. So that's what the DNA is. But Liberia is a new place where everybody went. That's why you're there. But doesn't mean you're not from Liberia. So just a point of correction. But I was shocked when I took him out. Yes, on the page, your parting comment.
Thanks, Jerome. Thanks, Dr. Peabody. Peabody and I, we go way back. Dear friend and brother, Seleke Nagbe, thanks. Really appreciate the opportunity to come here and talk about, as Yasa said, our common denominator, that which we all love, adore, and aspire to see become better, the Republic of Liberia. In 2004, when Obama arrived on the scene in American politics in that inaugural speech that he made at the DNC, he said, there's no red America or blue America. And I've taken that to heart. And I always say, there is no, we talk about political party, name any political party. Liberia doesn't belong to any political party. There is no Republic of CDC or Republic of Unity Party or Republic of ANC. There is no Republic of NIMBA, no Republic of Bassa, no matter what the Bassa people think. Sorry, Jerome. There's no Republic of Maryland. There is one and only Republic of Liberia, red, white, and blue. And I would say from shining sea to shining sea, from coast to coast, wherever you are in Liberia, if you're engaged in healthcare at any level, this forum is for you. Come, register. In fact, I would say sign up, because usually when you hear that word register, it has a monetary implication. So no, don't register, sign up. Sign up means free, no money, not even color. We will give you the color. You won't give us color, okay? Go to the website, sign up for free. This event is for you. If you got your little clinic that's taking care of 2-3 people in the community, this event is for you. You got a big clinic that sees 500 patients, this event is for you. Come. Oh, when we get on the ground, we want to meet you face to face. We want to shake your hand and say thank you for what you're doing for our people, and say, okay, now how can we do it better together so that our society, our one common denominator, is what we all aspire for it to be, one and only Republic of Liberia. Thank you, folks. We look forward to doing this again on this forum and other forum as well. Over.
Well, you guys are welcome anytime, man. Anytime. And
let Dr. Kula close and pay. The Bassa people will take their land back from you. We'll double the rent.
Okay, so I will give my closing, but I will need you should please play our videos. Try to be getting that video ready. We really want people to see and get excited. The video makes you very excited.
I promise you we'll play the rest of the week.
He's working on it. He's working on it. He said he's just been having some problem putting it up, but he's still trying to do another way.
We're here, trust me. I will play during the course of the week.
Okay, so my closing comment is our theme, right? Our Liberia, one people. We're one. We have one future to build. We've got everything to do. So as we leave here today, I want to just again say, information session this Friday, 7 p.m. is at D Calabash. I want to thank the partners, because without them, it would have been very difficult to put all of this together. IOM is a partner. UNDP is a partner. Africa Development Bank, African Union. Of course, we want to thank Erasmus Williams, who's doing a great job at the Diaspora Office, at the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, also the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, doing a very good job. Robina Vincent on ground, who has really been running our errands and doing all these things. Myean on ground. There's so many people that we want to say thank you to. May Ura is on ground. She's been doing a great job. The team members. I mean, when you guys meet this team, you're gonna love it. We have so many different committees. Quite recently, there's a young lady by the name of Roland. There's a young lady by the name of Nix, who's here in America. All these young people have come together. These are people under the age of 40, under the age of 35, but they believe in Liberia. We're all working together as a team. I want to say thank you to all of them. I want to say thank you to Lois Harris, who is busy collecting data as it's coming in. I want to say thank you to Alpha, who is putting everything together. He built the website. He's doing the flyers, so many different things. I want to remind everybody again on the 17th, NIC, along with the Canada, the Canada Investment Office, as well as the LIB Fest are coming together to do the investment forum on December the 18th. I'm going to keep reminding you guys of these dates. December the 18th is the Peace and Reconciliation Dialogue. December the 20th is the awards, which is the Diaspora Heritage Awards, that I'm encouraging everybody to please go to the website and nominate. Then on the 21st is the Christmas Cantata, where we'll be blessing 500 orphans. Then on the 22nd will be the Health Forum. On the 30th would be the March. Again, we say a special thank you to all of the businesses that have come on to help us. EA's Plates and Pours, Dirk Surveying Solutions, Wax and Wonder, Aiken Healthcare, Educate Liberia, Inc., Providence Preservation Foundation, Health Page Liberia, Inc. We want to say thank you to all of you guys for all of your help. Thank you for everybody, for you guys inviting us here tonight to be a part of your show. I usually do shows that's only 1 hour and I hop off, but this has been an interesting conversation, so I've stayed a little bit longer. Thank you for having us. You guys have been great. But again, please register at our website, www.diasporareturn.com, www.diasporareturn.com, and I would love to see each and every one of you in Liberia as we work together to build Liberia up, our Liberia, one people. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the crew from the One Liberia, diasporareturn.com. Guys, go there, play your part. It said after you don't do your part, then you can come down and criticize. But if you don't do anything, you can't criticize. You ain't got no right to criticize.
Yes.
Go there, do your part. After it's over, then we can come down and take it apart. But for now, you didn't do nothing. You can't talk nothing. and I would say, like, bro, you didn't do nothing. You can't say nothing.
You can nothing, eh?
You can't say nothing. So, guys, let us wrap our hands around this event. When Dr. Don was here, he did a magnificent job, and we promised him that we were on board. And we have been there, and we will be there. You can rest assured I will be in Liberia covering this as well. Okay. We have our reporter on the ground. They will be there covering it all the way through. And I will be at the event. And if you don't give me my color, hey, come on. I don't fight. The other people coming for you. So, guys, thank you very much for coming. Let's do this again before the event.
Yes.
Maybe Dr. Peabody, I think we should do this again.
They are open. They're welcome at any time. And, Jackie used to be one of our panelists here. So Jackie recommended, and we are on board. So definitely, if you guys want to come back again before you head up to Liberia.
And Mr. Jerome, if you come into Liberia, make sure you tell your children, each of you bring one gift. Don't forget, we're trying to get 500 gifts to give to the children.
And we're also trying to go to JFK too to give stuff to.
Oh yes, let me tell you something interesting. Yes, something interesting that happened. Somebody said to me, we have children that are born around Christmas time. They don't have diapers. I only mentioned it to this health group. Already, a lady came up and said, "I will donate." So she's making little baskets with diapers and everything for the babies that will be born around Christmas time at JFK. Was it you?
Yeah.
Oh, you see, I didn't even know it was her.
I'm working in that line. That's why I said that's exactly what we do in Liberia. So.
Yeah, exactly. So you see how it is, right? I only made a comment because somebody said it to me. She jumped up on the call that she said, "Oh, I'll do it." I didn't even see her face because that evening we were not showing our faces. I didn't even know who said it. But the point is, see Liberians coming together in this matter is a beautiful thing. And I appreciate it. I appreciate you, my sister. And I can't wait to go to JFK and be a blessing to all the babies.
We will also be, if you want to join us, on the JFK trip, just let us know. We've not come over a date yet.
Right now, we're waiting for the hospital to tell us.
We're waiting for the hospital, but trust me, that would be a very good initiative you can be part of to go and give these gifts out to the women who
babies,
babies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Diasporareturn.com, guys. Girls and guys, boys and girls. www.diasporareturn.com for all your information, questions, answers. You name it. They have survey form. They got information center. They got opportunity for you to sign up to volunteer. If you don't see your name, you don't see your spot, call the number. Somebody will pick up on the first ring. We'll never turn any volunteer away.
You're like there's a kapao so.
I know.
That's right. Come on, let's dance it, and then when it's done, then we can go back to fighting. But for now,
no fighting for now.
This is like the Olympic, right? The folks say when Olympic time they will start the war. And they will go do the Olympic. Everybody running through that. Then after the Olympic, then they go start war. But that's good. December, that unity time we don't fighting any war. Everything stops.
Ceasefire. We ceasefire December.
Ceasefire.
That's correct. So
thank you so much, guys. We are really looking forward to having everybody.
Let's do this again, Doc.
Yes.
Mr. Pay, thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. Nice seeing you. Come back another day.
We'll do that. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yes.
Happy
Thanksgiving. Yes. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, real quick, let's do our evaluation. Mr. Nagbe.
I think it's it's a good effort. I think this is the second year going now, so we all need to try and rally in whichever way to help Liberia. And I agree with them. I think Seleke has a point that they should be careful, so that it doesn't quickly take a political tune. But I think they're doing very well so far, keeping it very neutral. So yeah, I think we should all encourage each other to wrap our arms around them. I don't know how successful last year's was, but I know this is the second time now. So and the more they do it, I think the better they are going to get at it. So yeah, I think it's a good thing. I just don't know. I think they will improve on the messaging. How to get people. How to be noticed. How to get to turn heads. Get people to to notice what they're doing. I think they're working on that, but right now, I think it's a little bit difficult to find them. Yeah, we all want to go back to Monrovia, but you got to find a way and a reason for someone who had already probably booked their ticket to go to Mexico or Jamaica to want to go to Monrovia. So, but I think they're working on that. So I think I think they will do well.
Seleke.
Mr. Gayman, go ahead. I'm trying to help mine to share that video.
Oh, okay. Dr. Peabody.
I don't know why not easy.
I want to really encourage them. I think just to keep Liberia alive, because like if you fly to Ghana, fly to any other African country around this time in December, Sierra Leone, thousands and thousands of Africans are going back home. Thousands of Ghanaians, thousands. Sierra Leonean, others are going back home. And there are a lot of activities. There's no Liberian that we don't see a lot happening. And I already applaud them for taking this opportunity to do it, to encourage Liberia, not just going home, but they'll be able to see things that are like happening in the country. Things, learn about different things, like the health conference, that health conference is very important, where they can educate them on various areas, visit to JFK, to the President Island, where they can talk about Liberia history. Other people going there for the first time want to know what's going on in Liberia. Tell me about Liberia. Tell me about the history of Liberia. Where can we go to the National Museum? Or we can go to President Island. All these things people want to know, and it's very, very important. So I think they need to.
I see 25 Vietnamese.
Mm-hmm.
The burger wage. Yeah, but that you were in flight. Go ahead.
So we can, it's good to encourage them. People want to go home and have something to look to, not to just go drive around, go to Calabar, eat rice, go to one leg drinking bar, drink one beer, but they want to see something that will attract them to bring them back the next time. Oh, I really enjoy it. I saw it and come back to Liberia. I think we need it. We're not where we need to be yet, but I think they are doing a good job, and hopefully, as time goes by, we'll look forward to a lot when we go to Liberia.
I think my problem is it is the same problem that we have always had. Everything is Monrovia centric.
Yeah.
Maybe they should rotate it like Torgbean used to do the birthday thing. Mm-hmm. Go, rotate it to each county, and because what it does is that it boosts the economy of that county. If you took it to Buchanan for the whole month or the whole week, or let's say if you were doing for the whole month, the first week is going to be in this county, the second week is in this county, third week, and then the conclusion, the grand finale, just like the county meet is in Monrovia, we do that. But as it is now, because of the website and the data, like I said, the people in Liberia that have access to the website, the number is so minuscule. So hopefully, as like you said, there's always a beginning.
Yeah.
And they will learn, they will tweak it. Because when you talk about unity, the whole country should be, riled up.
That's right.
Not just in Monrovia, the people in Bassa, the people in Magibie, everybody should know that this is what's happening, and we should be having if in fact, like they did the food aid, right? You remember in the 1980s when they did the family, the concert, they had it in one place and they beam it in all the different states, different countries, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're having a concert in Kepamas. The people in Monroe should be able, when they beam into you, they should be able to see what you're doing there. Or just like I would call it,
and
the New Year thing in Times Square, right? They show festivity all over the world.
Yes, I have to agree with you there. One, I think they should be very intentional with the recruitment. There's nothing wrong with inviting. Well, I know that when I associated with them last year, they had May Ure on the committee. I think she's still there, who I think is Benena Ure's wife. But bring other people from the opposition community. You can bring Cummings' wife, you can bring Billite's wife. You can bring other people in there. That's one. Two, this going July Independence Day, the young people in Minnesota, they pulled off a very, very huge celebration. They brought Davido from Nigeria. And I think that you tap into young people like those to help them, like you're saying, do a big event in Monrovia, or in Hapo, or in Bonga. So I know when I was with them, what they were doing was on Christmas Day, they were encouraging members to go to the various counties and do something, which is not a bad way to go about it. Like we said, they're just beginning, but I think they should consider such things. There's some of these kids, some of them are DJ, but they got real connection with real superstars, like mega stars.
Somebody's phone. Seleke, we'll work on the video. Maybe the video is too large, but we will do it. But
yeah, Mr. Gayman, I think we'll sort it out tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah,
but I think it was a great show,
Mm-hmm.
Great conversation, and wish the team all the best, and a successful program in Liberia. Yeah, basically, my only concern was what I raised, and they addressed that already, that, they're not involving any political stuff into that, any other kind of stuff. For me, the point I was coming from, Mr. Gayman, when you sit on a political platform,
listen,
listen,
you can't
I'm
say
coming
much.
out. Hey God, just be man, Mr. Gayman, please.
Yeah, no, I know. The reason I'm saying this, not to cut you off. You remember, Jackie and our political leader have issue, but we put all of that aside and say, you know what, we're not going there. It is for Liberia, so we just go. That's what I'm saying. These things are there, but we are capable.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But the thing is, sometimes when you sit on a political platform, you create unnecessary enemies that you don't even know that you have created an enemy. And the goal here for this team is to make sure that all Liberians in the diaspora come together to kind of support and just support an effort that will make an impact. That's the goal. Seleke Kromah, obviously, I just share on the show. Our team will be there. Either 2 persons from there or 1 person will be in Liberia. I'm not going to stop that, no matter what. But there are other people who will say, I'm not going there because SYZ is affiliated with it.
Yeah, but why aren't you leading the delegation? I mean, you're the vice president. Why aren't you?
No, for the people who are going there, like the chairman, he already completed all the courses. I mean, in a final year, Mr. Nagbe.
Okay, school.
Yeah, every week we get exam. Yeah, so if you leave, you say you're going to Liberia, it will affect my graduation. So I don't want to take a risk to do that.
The man know you go to Liberia, go pleasure. He smiles. Stay away from it. But yes, Seleke, I think Victor, Mr. Nagbe made a good point. when you go to Liberia, we the old geezers, we on every committee, and we just
exactly.
They don't bring these young people like you guys in. I mean, we just been on the committee forever. You go, you come by Dr. Peabody, come by Jerome, the same people over and over. But why the young people pull out this on July 26th? It was on and we didn't even know who did it.
Yeah.
They just came together and did it. And we saw hundreds of thousands of people all over the place.
Yeah.
That's what we are talking about. We need to bring the young kids in. They know how to organize.
Yep.
They know how to multitask. And they don't need money. The kids start and they just send this thing on a different platform.
Yeah.
And people just came from everywhere.
And that's the kind of danger room that will get your daughter to want to go to Mongolia. Yeah.
Because these kids come, they're doing it at a different university, they're doing it at a sorority, they're doing it everywhere. So if they got that much experience, why are we not tapping into it?
Yeah.
So that's what about that. It's 7:44 here.
Yeah.
I think we had a great time. Let's do this again tomorrow.
Great show, man.
Guys.
Thank you.
I wanted to pardon the turkey, but my other half said no. We're not pardoning no turkey. We eat it. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll be in touch. Everybody for watching, Tim and George, all you guys have a good night. See the key. I'll be in touch with you, man.
But listen to, did you hear the press conference of Seleke Kromah, the IG? He did say that this is a highly political case, did he not? So you don't take the partisans' word for it, you take the IG's word for it.
We elect on 85 irresponsible men what happened to our country. We elect on 85 irresponsible men to govern this country, not to be very irresponsible.
Please place your left hand on the Bible being held by your wife, and you will kindly raise your right hand, sir, and repeat after me. All standing, please. I, Joseph Newman Boyker Sr.,
No secret now that your friend and former boss will be a candidate in 2029. With all of that you experience, all of that you know, and everything that you see unfolding in the country now, will you support him? Will you be part of the process? Will you give him the support? Do you think he can be a better president?
So why you want to bring political Benin in it now?
Oh, but you political you're political man, before you go out, very active.
I plead the fifth again.
Okay. When 2029 come and pass, then you finally leave. Mission is completed. Now what the rules of engagement? When the war ended, the guy said, the captain, the commander said, mission complete. There Wune Alphas, all men on board.
So, this riot situation when it comes to countries, because many times you notice that.
If Charles Taylor is the problem, he will be out of here in the twinkle of an eye. And I say, let well-meaning Liberians, come home. If we respect this constitution, a government formed in Accra is a violation of Article 1 of the Constitution. Let them come home. Let that government be formed in Monrovia.
On the broadcast administration, we want to give the government of Liberia an ultimatum of 72 hours to provide a living ballot of the chairman of the Student Unification Party, or else there will be a catastrophic pneumonia in the Republic of Liberia. To arrest the chairman of the Student Unification Party, only because the government feel intimidated about the Vanguard Party advocacies.
The government got capital road, small, B road, all kinds of. I think the reason Joseph Baker will not do much because the old man, the papa is suffering. The papa loves the country, but he can't make it. The criminal there around him, they sophisticated than him. They are sophisticated criminals, so they can't make it.